to see you, yo, because I'm telling you, it's gonna be me and you when I see you. You better believe it. When I see you,
you know,
I don't care that you 6'10". As soon as I see you, it's on sight. As soon as I see you,
you guys are brothers for real. Because that's something my brother would say to me first thing in the morning. I'd be like, "What up, bro? Shut up, punk.
Shut up." As soon as I see Ticket, it's on sight. As soon as I see him, it's on sight.
Fluent, isn't that how you and Dub acknowledge each other?
No,
not anymore. I miss
we don't acknowledge each other.
We never did that. We literally never did that. I still don't do that.
Okay. What's up, Mars? How you living today?
I'm okay. Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
What's the weather like over there today, Mars?
Raining.
No, the weather's been okay as of recently. So I mean, I guess that's okay. I don't go outside, so I don't really benefit. But if I did, it would be okay.
That's usually what trolls don't do. They don't go outside. So
how many hours of basketball do you watch and soccer a day?
Man, y'all shut up, man.
No, I'm curious. No, because he sits there in front of me.
You shut up, Chicken. Shut up. You shut up, Chicken.
I'm curious.
Why is Biggie Smalls not on time today? Bring his ass on up here. He was on time game 1. Bring your ass on up here today. You need to be on time and not late for class, sucker. So now you late for class. When you right, he early to the show.
Oh, he is, yo.
Wrong,
he is.
In real time, you shut your ass. You the biggest turncoat in the world. If I'm told, I'm looking over my shoulder at you every single day.
You better watch it back. Watch it back.
If a new guy come around, you finna turn on a brother at any given second.
So wait. So let me make sure I'm understanding you, Ticket. So if somebody says something that I agree with, so me and you, so this is about war. So if it's a lie, we fight on the lie. It doesn't matter if it's a lie. I just gotta roll with you because you said it.
You always capping for somebody else.
I ain't capping for nobody else.
Me or you're against me.
That's what it is. So that's what it is. Ticket. Either I'm running with you or I'm not running with you.
Somebody new coming here looking for smoke with Grill Town. You gotta smoke with me. I don't care what it is. We panelists. We together. When they come in here, it's us against them unless they prove themselves. Showtime Sean Porter came up in here and ain't prove a damn thing. Got his ass cooked 3 the hard way, and now all of a sudden he had disappeared into the atmosphere. Everybody talking about, oh, he's a GOAT panelist. After the last show, he got cooked. Everything I said was true. So shut up. All these dudes. Easy work. A caveman can do it. Let's go on.
I think what happened with Shiloh last time was what was about to happen with V Smooth, where he was just playing defense and then he didn't talk that much, so it just appeared better, but should have got him on the griller more and then see what he was really about.
Put the diamond tester on these dudes, man. Chilltown want to roll out the red card. Dude ain't proving nothing, man. He ain't getting no buckets, man.
I'm not rolling out the red carpet.
30, man. Straight up, man. He got to show us, man. We know
who that came in last week.
We know who Chilltown is.
On Friday.
We know who is in here putting in work. We know who Dub is putting in work. We know who Low is. We know all these guys. And these dudes can't come up here and put in no work and we gonna back them up and get them shine. Nah, prove what you saying. All he did was come up in here and agree with everything Low said, and now he look like a fool because everything Low said was wrong. Low came up here, I said, I was running y'all mouth, talking all this stuff about, oh, these dudes is invincible, unbeatable. I told him last week, Tone, and I'm going to say it again. They lost 29 games this year. It's 29 ways to beat those boys. Dub sit up here and turn on this boy, too. Disagree with me when I told him how good the Miami perimeter defense was. Well, guess what? They came back and double back and they ratcheted it up. They ratcheted it up even more. They ratcheted it up.
I didn't disagree. I didn't disagree. No, wait. Let me finish. Let me tell you. I didn't disagree with the perimeter defense. I didn't disagree with that. I disagree with the size. I didn't disagree with you saying like Duncan Robinson to get some more love. The main thing I disagree with, which I was correct in disagreeing with you, the pick and roll action with Jimmy Butler, Bam, or Cody Zeller is terrible.
No,
you're not going to win that way. No, that's what. No. You got to hear what I said. I disagreed with you on that. No, you're not listening. I'm telling you, that's what I disagreed with you.
You had to fast forward the video because remember, I cut off Ron because I was the one that told y'all. Y'all was saying that Kevin Love was hurt. And I said, bro, he wasn't hurt. He just had DMP's coach's decisions. Because I watch all the interviews in between the last series and this series. And Kevin Love said it himself. He said, no, I ain't hurt. I can play. He said, but the coach decided to go small against Boston. He decides to change the lineup based on how he feels. That's why I came in at the 1 minute or 1 hour, 15-minute mark. And I told Ron last show, I said, Ron, K Love ain't hurt. He healthy. He can play. I said, Eastpo needs to start him over Patchy Head, old boy with the face mask. He should start him over him.
Everyone agrees with you on that.
No, right. But that's what I was. Hold on. That's what I was saying to you. So what my whole point was this: they should have started the two big lineup to offset the bigs that me and Chilltown agreed on that.
Ticket was saying that he should have went with that right from the beginning.
No. Ticket said put out Cody Zeller out there.
Because
that was a terrible decision.
You're not hearing me. We said it.
I heard you. I heard you say Cody Zeller.
Hold on, bro. We said that at the beginning because you guys were saying, "Oh no, Kevin Love's hurt. He's hurt." Remember, I came back in the stream because I went back and looked again during the stream. I was like, Kevin Love ain't hurt. He did not play coach's
bringing
decision.
in Kevin Love, nobody disagreed with the Kevin Love.
Right, no.
But when you said Cody, hold on. I heard you, Ticket. I heard you more than once.
That's not what I'm arguing with you about, dog. I'm arguing with you because you went against me when I said specifically that the perimeter defense was great from the Miami Heat. And I also hold on, because I was arguing with Lo about that, and I told Lo to look up those stats, and Lo looked up the stats. These are facts, bro. You went against me on that. Go back and look. But this is all I'm saying, bro. Everything I said about the championship experience was right. That was correct. Me and Bob was riding with your boy on this. Shout out to Bob for staying 10 toes. Now, me and Bob argue, fight every single day. Bob know what it is. When they come up against us, we going hard in the paint against anybody. You understand? This dude ain't working off no sleep. He did a 24-hour stream. So shout out to Bob. But like I said before, the championship experience.
Like 25.
Again, Bob, it's 29 ways to beat these dudes. We seen it during the regular season. They got weaknesses. And again, championship experience. You went with Kevin Love. You came back with Duncan Robinson, who basically put you in a position to win the game. Jimmy Buckets went and did what I said he should do, which is got on Jamal Murray. Dan Lowe was laughing at me when I said they should chase the guys off of those dribble handoffs. What did they do? They chased him off all the dribble handoffs last night and it worked. But Lowe laughed at me and said, oh, it's impossible for that to happen. And his son Mars was sitting up here agreeing with everything he said. Don't say you wasn't, Mars, because I put my foot on your ass too today. Stone Cold got some whipping for all you chumps. Like I said before, again.
It's a high definition camera, Mars. Mars looking extra crispy.
Mars in 4K.
Fluent. I was with your boy, Fluent. I know you was on vacation in the island somewhere, doing whatever you do, living the vida loca, Fluent. But like I said, dog, at the end of the day, these fools went against me, Fluent. I ain't have nobody except for Bob in here riding with me, man. I was mad that you wasn't here, Fluent, because I know a lot of times you are the voice of reason, especially when Real Town, his blood pressure started going up. Yeah.
Ticket, listen. So this is my main issue with you is that you go on such long tangents, and there's things that you say that's good, right? Then there's things that you say that's wrong.
What I say was wrong.
And throughout the whole tangent in which you was talking about Miami Heat, I was agreeing with a lot in what you were saying, especially with the defense and them bringing Kevin Love out there. I never disputed that. But when you're saying things like bringing Cody Zeller out there, when you're saying things like they need to start having Jimmy Butler a pick and roll action so that could mess up the Nuggets defense, that's something I just didn't agree with you on. And last night, we seen what happened once they stopped doing that. When they actually started doing what I said they needed to start doing, get Jimmy off the ball, let Bam be on top of the key, do some DHOs. I let Gabe Vincent, Kyle Lowry run some pick and roll action so Jokic comes up from the paint. Guess what happened? They started cooking that Nuggets defense like it was nothing. And then that made Jimmy Butler better because now he get a corner three. What you mean that's not true?
No, because here's the thing. Here's the situation. That's not true because I went back and looked at the game again. I think Jimmy Butler had a conscious outlook early in the game to get everybody else involved because he was going to use a lot of his energy trying to guard Jamal Murray. So I think that he wanted to save whatever he had for late because he knew that his job was going to be Murray. And listen, shout out to Steve Kerr. I was listening to Steve Kerr this morning. He said something about this, and I've been telling Lo this. He said that Jamal Murray is the head of the snake, not Jokic. Jamal Murray is the guy those dudes target. If you go get Jamal Murray and just play Jokic one-on-one and play him solid, you can beat those guys. Hey, Dub, and I said this, I don't trust Michael Porter Jr., no NBA Finals, bro. He ain't no good defender. I told you can attack him defensively, and I don't trust him shooting in those moments, bro. Them dudes ain't never been here. KCP, this ain't the bubble where ain't nobody playing no D on you. Now you got people in the stands watching. You got pressurized moments. He can't make a shot now. Them dudes can't survive unless Jokic get them off. We saw that last night. The championship experience came through. And like I said, I'm just mad my boy Tone wasn't on the last show because he would have straightened these buffoons out. I ain't saying you, but I'm talking about legend of losing.
What did that have anything to do with what I just said?
No.
It doesn't matter. He's spitting straight
I
facts.
was right. Now you sit on it like I see. Period.
Yo, fellas. Before we get further in depth on the game, because I gotta hear everybody's perspectives. You know, I gotta hear why you guys think Miami won, or why you think Denver lost, who performed good, who needed to show up, X, Y, and Z. Before we do all of that, I just want to shout out everybody that's watching the video. I want to shout out all our subscribers. We're almost to 100,000 subscribers, and when we get to that point, we'll have a special episode for you guys. Can't wait for that. But in the meantime, as you know, the show is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, the good fellas over there. And we did a $400 giveaway last week. And so I got my man up here to accept that $400 and give us our next picks. So when I tell you guys to, go ahead and enter these challenges that we got going on, it's for opportunities like this. So let me go ahead and bring my man up. His name is That Crooked Cat. How you feeling today, bro?
What up, guys? You hear me?
What's up with your point?
Hello.
What's the weather like where you at? How you feeling today?
It's not bad over in Minnesota.
Okay.
I mean, it's summer now, so it's, I don't know.
For a little while. It's summer for a little while.
For about 2 months.
Yeah.
Then it gets humid as hell, and then it's winter again.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. It's a little better now that you got that 400, right?
Yes. Appreciate
You
it.
look like
appreciate
an actor. You look like an actor from the 100 TV show. If anybody knows who that guy is, I don't know his name. But if you watch the 100, you really look like that actor 100%. I'm sorry, I just had to say that.
I appreciate it.
The guy who backstabbed everybody?
The guy who was on the ship and then set the kids down. Is that the dude who was backstabbing everybody?
Yeah.
Yo.
Space.
I'm watching that.
Yep.
Giving it away. Bob is watching that show. You throwing him under the bus.
Hey. We gave the 400 to the wrong man. Jesus.
He's going to use it against us.
Well, he actually is going to use it. We're going to go ahead and bring this up. And I need your picks today, my guy, Crooked Cat. I need you to tell us if all your 400 was on the line. I need 3 picks from you today. Your 400 is on the line. Where are you going to put it at? I just need you to pick the player and say higher or lower in whatever category, statistical category it is.
Whatever category I want?
Whatever you want to do. It's your world.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not reading any of that. Let's do Jokic. We got to throw Jokic in there.
Would you like to do rebounds, points, rebounds, assists, strictly assist, straight points?
I actually think he's going to have more assists, but I don't know if he's going to crack 10.
Crooked Cat, go with the points. He's going over on the points.
You think he's going over in the points?
Yeah, you got to think because Miami's going to play him straight up. He's going to be able to score the whole series, bro. So whatever that point number is, Miami's game plan going forward is to play him straight up. They're going to force him to score, Crooked Cat. Go ahead and go with over and get us.
Yo, Ron, do a side-by-side right now. I got do a side-by-side.
Yeah, let me see this. Let me see this.
Don't do that.
No. What's his name, Fluent?
Henry Ian Cusack.
Henry, you don't want to shout out the show, Henry?
From the 100. There you go.
Jesus.
Nice.
Oh my God!
Hey, just since you're from the 100, Euro while it's there, just go ahead and put 100 in the entry amount. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. Yeah. From the 100. Now, all right, Henry. I mean, Crooked Cat. I need you to give us these good picks, man. What would you do if it's your 400 that we just deposited into your account on the line?
All right. I actually trust Ticket, and I actually do think that he can score more than. Yeah.
Wait. You said you trust Ticket?
You trust Ticket?
I trust Ticket on that.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Let's do Jimmy Buckets.
What we talking about?
I'm probably gonna go lower on the points, rebounds, and assists.
How much is that? How much is that points, rebound, assists?
Is that 38.5?
So 38.5.
Yeah.
So that's what? That's like 25 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. How much is that like?
I think
that would be 41.
I think
that would be 41 right there. Oh,
yeah,
bro,
28, 6,
hold on. Yeah, go higher on that, dog.
26 and 7 more is not higher than 30.
28, 6, and 7.
Oh,
Yeah.
28.
Dub math.
Focus, Dub. Focus.
At 20. My bad.
Nah,
Oh,
25, but
All
I
right.
would look at the assist if that was me. I would look at the assist for Jimmy. What's the assist say, Ron? How much you say for the assist?
This
6.5.
I'm going over. Because
You
he
think
at
he's going
home.
over?
He at home. Guys is hitting shots at home. I'm going over 6.5.
Higher.
Easy money.
No,
and I'm going to underdog right there now.
Don't go high. Don't go high. You should go
Yeah,
lower.
it's too easy right here.
What? How many? What's the points? What's the points?
25.5.
I would go higher.
Who's picking? Who's picking?
It's that cricket cat.
Oh, my bad.
What's this? Hey,
I'm fielding everything. I'm fielding everything.
We'll all do one later. Hey, we'll all do one later. But as of right now, Henry, it's on you.
All right, okay. Call me Henry one more time.
Do you mind if I? All right, my bad. I don't want you to kick me off my whole show.
Yeah.
Just a lifeline. I think Jimmy is gonna have above 25.
And to the guy in the chat, you can watch the 100 again. The black guy comes back leading another civilization. Go back and watch it, bro.
And to the other guy in the cat troll, I 100% bet you won't come on here and say the ticket is an idiot and he don't know basketball, because I bet we'll eat your lunch. I bet you that. I bet you won't come on here and say that.
Yo, Cricket Cat. Well, I got you up here. Who's your favorite panelist?
Probably got low.
Oh,
okay. Probably got low. Yeah, Legend of Losing.
The Legend of Losing.
My bad.
So go do the opposite. Go do the opposite of all his bets, then you'll win.
All right. Last but not least, what is your last pick?
All right. Let's do Jamal Murray. 7 assists. Let's do points. Let's go higher than 25.5.
No. They putting Hemi on him, bro. Yo, see, this is why you can't roll with the Legend of Losing, man. They're gonna put Jimmy Butler on him, and they're gonna force Jokic to be the scorer, bro. That means Jamal Murray's points are going down. He might get like 24, 23. He ain't going for 40 in this series, bro. They're blitzing him. They're blitzing him. They're jumping him. Jamal Murray's the head of the snake. Bro.
Actually, can I go back? Can I see Porter Jr.?
Yeah. See, that's what I like, Crooked Cat. Yeah.
Oh, what's his points?
What's his 3-pointer?
2.5.
2 point. Yeah.
He's down. He's down to have a good night sooner or later.
No, he ain't. No, he ain't, Dub. Don't lie to the people.
MPJ.
He's choking under this finals pressure.
I think he'll go less than 14.5 points.
Less than 14.5? All right. There you have it. All right. Chat, as you can see, the entry amount is 100. We're at the time 6 payout. We're not going to take no insurance because Crooked Cat, trust ticket, and that's what we're going with.
I'm going all for it.
Hey, submit that. Crooked Cat, I appreciate you for coming up here, giving your picks. But before you go, do you have a top 10 that maybe you want to let the people know that you have?
Get grilled on? All right.
And it could be all time or it can be current.
Please, ticket. If he doesn't have MJ1, please don't get on him, please.
He better not do it.
He knows ball. He has Bill Russell #1. I can see it. He knows ball.
Will Chamber.
Bill Russell in the eyes.
Oh my God.
I'll do all time because current's kind of weird. I'll do. I don't really have one established, so I kind of made it before coming on the show. I've got MJ.
Word.
I got MJ. I got LeBron, Kareem, Duncan, Kobe.
I like this list.
Hate it. Despise it.
I love it.
You might hate it now. Bill Russell. And now, Dub, you're gonna hate it. Magic.
Yeah.
That's a very good one. Yeah.
Hakeem, Shaq, and Curry.
Oh my God, no!
I like it.
Birds. Jesus
I like the
Christ.
list. It's not bad.
Low
It's not
merchant.
bad.
He's a low merchant.
That is a low list.
He's
That
a
is
low
low
merchant.
list. That's crazy. That's for
Sometimes
sure.
it makes sense. Sometimes
That's
it makes
Lowe's
sense.
top 5, actually. That is Lowe's top 5.
Is it?
No, Low has Kobe at 5.
Because he moved Magic down to 8 and 9, and then Kobe went up. Kobe was 6. And
I thought he has
Duncan's
Bill
4.
Russell top 5.
Does he have Bill Russell top 5?
I think so.
I thought he had Kobe lower. Did he move Kobe?
I thought he had.
Who
He had
cares?
MJ,
cares
LeBron,
what
Kareem, Russell.
Who cares what Lowe has?
Who
cares?
Duncan, I think, is his top 5. I believe, but I don't care.
I do.
Fluent.
Like-
Low disciples care, Fluent. Low disciples.
He's a Low fan. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking
To be fair,
about?
Lowe's not here. You guys are here. I'm talking.
Exactly. Lowe's not here.
Right.
Lowe ducking smoke. All his merchants should leave. All his
Low
fans.
pulled up. Low pulled up to my stream last night. He wasn't ducking smoke. He got all that. He got all that.
I don't know, man.
I saw that too, Doug. I saw that too. I jumped on.
Yeah, it was fun. He was getting
W
cooked,
plug,
bro.
W plug.
They're trolling. They're trolling. No, they're not trolling, bro.
I want to know why everybody in the chat saying you backstab your team, Dub.
I don't know either because I still have Miami in 6 or 7. I don't get it.
Nah, he was just talking greasy last stream when you wasn't here.
Oh,
Okay.
If
you were here, Fluent, you'd be able to straighten your son out.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
not my,
I missed,
that's not
yeah, I
my
missed
dad.
a lot.
My
I
father's
guess.
name is Jose.
All right, y'all. Hey, Cricket Cat, appreciate you for coming through. Hit me and let me know how that 400 goes. Hey, whether it just goes to shambles or whether you turn that 400 into 4,000. Let me know.
Man.
Keep me in the loop.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, man. We'll catch you soon. I'll see you on episode 100,000.
Don't tell Ron about your finances. He'll be hitting you up to borrow some money.
As a matter of fact, hey, Cricket
the
Cat,
guy with
at that
$3.
400. Matter of fact, I'll talk to you in a second. I'm gonna call you after the episode. Hey, that's my new best friend.
I'm not providing any financial advice, by the way, for anyone. So I don't claim to.
Other than you'll tell everybody to enter the contest because people actually win and get paid, right?
That money did hit your account, right? You got that?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hesitated, Ron.
It's going. It's going. Just a disclaimer. All right, though. I appreciate you for coming up. We'll catch you next time.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, fellas. Now that we got that out the way, y'all ready to get to it?
Man, where's Low at, man?
Thinking Lowe's not pulling up today. He's running for the hills.
I want to hear this Fluent smoke today. I need to hear my boy Fluent get these boys that work for real.
All right, y'all, Chill Town. Game 2. What did you see? What did you like? What did you not like?
Well, the thing I liked the most was I liked how Spo made a point of emphasis to get Max Strus involved early. So when you got a shooter like Max Strus, who's 0 for 10, one of the main reasons why you here is because of his shooting. He made it a point of emphasis to get him involved early and often, which would explain why he knocked down 3 of his first 4 threes. Well, the Denver Nuggets got a communication issue. It's not a personnel issue. It's a communication issue because what they're trying to do, you got Strus and you got Gabe Vincent with what I believe Dub calls it DHO, but these two guys are screening. So when Strus slips the screen, instead of diving to the basket or getting to the mid post, he's fading to the corner and he's wide open. Well, that's an easy fix. All we have to do is communicate. Do not jump the ball handler. We don't need to jump Gabe Vincent. We don't need to jump Jimmy Butler, right? Just stay home. But instead, they don't do that. Then they start doing that. And when the process of them starting to do that, they start to speed the game up. Now Joker gets more involved. Jamal Murray gets more involved. MPJ gets more involved. And now they got a comfortable lead. I think they pushed it up to 15. I thought Aaron Gordon, because like a lot of people talk about how Jimmy Butler wasn't really effective. Well, one of the main reasons why he wasn't effective was because one of the best athletes in the NBA was covering him in Aaron Gordon. I can't believe that I'm saying Aaron Gordon in defense at the same time, but he did a damn good job on Jimmy Butler. Pushing Jimmy Butler operates in the mid post and in the mid range the most effective in his game. He gets to the rim, but he operates in the mid post and in the mid range the most. He took 10 shots in the mid range and the mid post. He only made 2 of them. That was largely due to Aaron Gordon, that's 6'9". One, making it difficult on him and being physical with him. Now, what I didn't like KCP being as undisciplined as he was, fouling 3-point shooters, fouling Kyle Lowry when the shot clock went down, fouling Strus when the shot clock goes down. Those things are momentum changes, right? And when you do stuff like that, you throw your team off because they had a damn good thing going at that time. Also, I didn't like how Denver started the quarters. So they came out right from the beginning, punched Denver right in the face, and they had to match that intensity. Well, they did eventually, but that was the tone setter. The same thing happened in the third quarter. I mean, they went on an 11-3-1 to start the quarter. That was a momentum changer. So I think that a lot of this stuff is effort more than anything. In terms of the schemes, I think these things are I think a lot of this stuff is fixable. One of the things, and I'm not going to hold you guys up too much, but one of the things that I did like, I thought that the Lakers could have done this too. And what Lowe did was Lowe tried to talk everybody off the ledge, but Miami proved that you could do it, was make Jamal Murray an unwilling passer. Well, what do you mean an unwilling passer? That doesn't mean he's a ball hog. Make him get off the ball when he doesn't want to get off the ball. So what they did was they made him pass when he was coming up for screens. So they would jump him to make him get off the basketball, to throw him off rhythm, which would explain why he wasn't able to shoot the basketball like he was, because he was off rhythm. I thought they did a really good job at that.
Cool. Bob, how did you feel about the game? I know you had a lot to say the last time we seen you.
You know what I mean? Why do I feel? I feel like I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, see my thing is this, you know what I'm saying? I make a pick and I stand on this, you know what I'm saying? I jump on this side of the fence, I stay on this side of the fence, you know what I'm saying? So you feel me? Like I told him, just put some bigger bodies in there and make some open shots. It's simple basketball. They play basketball, they win the game. I don't got nothing to say, you know what I'm saying?
Is it really that simple though, Bob? I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand that this is pro basketball and some things could be a little bit more complex than others. But is it really just that simple? Let's get some big bodies in here. Let's make some open shots and let's rebound. Is it that simple?
Yeah, I think so. People want to make it seem like basketball is so much more than that. And sometimes it is. You know, I'm not trying to dumb it down. Like I respect the level of play that they're playing at. Like it's not easy, nothing close to it. But sometimes, like I was saying last week, sometimes you just gotta just play basketball. Mm-hmm. We don't got time to be trying to, control every aspect of the floor. It's kind of like check your man, rotate, close out on shots, knock down your open shot, and just play man to man, nut up.
You definitely made that sound very simple.
I mean,
sometimes we overcomplicate it, and we don't do this. But that's
what I was about to say, Fluent, because you understand, Fluent, you a hooper. You know what I'm saying? When you hoop, you understand. We don't got to do all that extra nonsense, man. We out here to play ball.
But did it seem that simple for Miami? Did it seem like they really just were like, yo, we just gonna lace our shoes up and just come out here and beat these guys? Or
yeah, I mean, like Pat
was
Pat
it a
Riley,
scheme in there?
Pat Riley, real old school. Eric Spoelstra is a disciple of Pat Riley. I think they kind of just sat down like, man, can we just, we got our guys, they got theirs. There's nothing more we can do about what we got to work with. You see, they started Kevin Love. You know what I'm saying? That was my main thing. I was just saying, like, throw bodies. Obviously you're gonna get some pushback on that because the bodies that they got on the bench aren't superstar names. You know how it is when in our line of business. If we're not talking about superstars, then we're supposed to pretend like those people don't exist. But at some point, you gotta put those bodies out there and see what happens. And I think that's what Eric Spoelstra did. People are saying that Cody Zeller's minutes were useless, but I don't look at it that way. I think you put it like you put Cody Zeller out there. He bang with Jokic as best as he can, and that's what happened. But they won the game. It's really that simple, Ron. I'm just talking extra just to fill up my little time slot, but I don't got nothing more to say. I don't got nothing more to say. It's basketball.
They laughed at Bob, Fluent. When Bob said throw bodies, they laughed at him. And I don't like that. Y'all disrespected my boy when he said that last. I forgot who that was on here.
Who laughed?
They disrespected him on the stream. Low. That's who it was. It was Low, sorry ass. He was sitting up here laughing and disrespecting Bob, saying but who? Yeah, you were laughing, and guess what? They went and got the old man on his ass. Period. Pulled him up and dropped him off. So yeah, bring your ass low. Stop ducking, man. I don't like this, bro. I said here the whole last show. You was over here talking all that stuff, man. Come on, bro. I know you listening. Wherever you at, bring your ass, dog.
I'll text the low. He left me on red too, so that furthermore lets me know where his mind's at right now. Fluent, what's up? Talk to us about game 2 and how you feel about it.
Listen, we keep talking about Spo being a good coach, and he's a good coach. He's not going to tell you what his strategy is. He's not going to admit if something is his strategy. He's going to continue to say stuff that helps his team get motivated, that doesn't give Denver anything, keeps the refs kind of, one of the things him and I think Jimmy Butler said that I loved. Most coaches come out and go, we only got 2 free throws, and they'd start complaining and they try to get on the refs. Nah, what they said was, you know what? They were right. They more bees with honey. They were right. We weren't aggressive. We didn't go to the hoop as much. And so he did what most coaches do. He just reversed it. So I like that. The slip screens.
Phil Jackson was really good at that.
Yeah. And so he did a really good job of that. One of the things that you have to admire, and this is why I picked Miami in 6, remember, why I picked Miami in 6, they're the quintessential underdog. I feel like the further they're down, the better they play. And that's what we saw again from them in game 2. It's like everyone ruled them out. Everybody was talking about sweep. Oh, after the way Denver beat them in game 1, it's going to be a sweep. It's not going to be a sweep. It's not going to be a sweep. Now, are they going to shoot? How many times have we said, are they going to continue to shoot this well? What were they, 49, 49, and 90? 49, yeah, 48.6, 48.7 from field goals from 3, and then 90%, I think, even from the free. This is a team that can do that. They keep doing it, and I've even said, well, they're not going to keep doing it. They're going to have a bad game. Well, they do have those bad games, and then they bounce right back from them. So I think this team, with the way that they're coached, they're doing all the little things. They're throwing a bunch of big bodies at them to make it more difficult. What I saw from this game, too, was they try to do things where it's like the things that you're uncomfortable doing, we want to give you opportunities to do them, and the things that you're comfortable at doing, we're going to try and limit those. I know I talked about making, and there's going to be, I know this is going to start an argument, but making Jokic look to score more than he facilitates. That doesn't mean he's going to totally be a scorer and can stop facilitating, but when he's looking to score and we can stop the other guys, this is what I said, remember, before game 2, limit the other guys from getting off. They're still going to play well. They're all still going to get their points. Jokic is still going to get assists. But I think if he's looking to score more than he's looking to make the life of everybody else easier, that's the only, like I said, the only chance you have to be in games with them. And that's exactly what they did.
I disagree with that, Tone. I disagree with that part. Everything else I agree with what you said. You're wrong about that part. They're not going to do that, Tone. Because they can't create. The only dude that can create his own shot is Murray. I've been telling y'all this. Murray's the only other dude outside of Jokic that can go get his own. Them other dudes need Jokic. Even Michael Porter Jr. He can't.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Miami's strategy is to not allow him to facilitate for them because you're right, because they can't create their own shot.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So I thought you said the other thing. I was about to say
no. I'm saying that's Miami's job is to try to do that.
Okay, and then Fluent, you looking at a guy like, look at Duncan Robinson, bro. Oh my God, man. And y'all laugh at me when I said this the other week. Bro, one of the greatest shooters I ever seen, and I told Chitchat this, in the history of basketball, bro. You're laughing right now, bro. Bro, don't nobody shoot the ball.
That is such high praise, Ticket. I see why you're saying he's really good. One of the greatest ever, I think, is really high.
What I will say this though, Ticket, you said something, and I have to walk that back. Duncan Robinson put the ball on the floor better than what I thought. He put the ball on the floor better than what I thought.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him do.
Bro,
and I think that's largely due to him also being a better athlete than what I thought he is too. Duncan Robinson is a better athlete than what I thought. I was sleeping on that. That part I was definitely sleeping on.
But also, when you look, these are professional basketball players. And I hate this narrative, just because a player does a certain thing in a certain role, we think he can't do something else. Facts. It's just they're not always asked to do something else because they need to play a role. And that's your job. Like, I think, who was that guy? Austin Rivers, I want to say. He goes, you see a guy run up and down the court a couple times and he only gets 3 shots a game. And you're like, well, how come he's not doing this and doing that? Well, I only got 10 minutes and the coach is telling me to do this. And that's what I have to do to get my minutes. That's just the way the NBA is. But I guarantee you there's guys in this league forever that can do stuff that just weren't put in a position to do it. So
That's
I think
why
we
I said
saw a little
he-
bit of that in game 2 from Doug Robinson. So good for him. Good for him.
But a guy like Duncan Robinson, though, Ticket. I mean, at some point, I mean, he's been in the league for how long? He been in the league? I would at least see.
You think you would have thought?
I watch a lot of. I watch a lot of
chill.
I watch a lot of
Tyler Hero.
Tyler
Hero. Kyle Lowry has just regressed, but when he first came over there, he was an all-star.
Right.
Obviously, Jimmy Butler, Bam. But think about it though. We can even go further than Duncan Robinson.
That's fact.
If Tyler Hero's there, do we see Caleb Martin? If Tyler Hero's there, do we really realize that Gabe Vincent is this good?
No, you don't see Duncan Robinson. If Tyler Hero's there, you don't see Duncan Robinson. And listen, they quit on him, bro. And this is what I was saying to y'all. Y'all look at it through one lens. But for example, if Duncan Robinson was on the Warriors, he's the next Klay Thompson. He's the next Klay Thompson in the Golden State Warriors system. And listen, y'all laugh and say everything y'all want to say. He really is. He can shoot the ball.
You're saying offensively? Offensively, because I don't think he's
offensively.
So you think he's just if he was to get the volume of shots that Klay Thompson gets,
bro,
he's doing the same thing that Klay Thompson doing.
Hold on. He got benched the last year and a half.
Yeah.
He still demolished Steph Curry and all these dudes' 3-point record his first 2 years in the league. He wiped them off the map. This dude's one of the greatest shooters I've ever seen. Everybody think, okay, you saying that. You don't know. You got to actually watch the game and know what you're looking at.
Isn't that because the era he played in, though? Like Stephen Curry got so many threes, so Duncan Robinson as well.
Hold on, Doug. But you look at a guy like that, bro. And I'm going to tell you something. I look at shooters. I don't just look at mechanics and stuff like that. I look at how do you shoot in certain situations. Under duress. Can you shoot off the ball? Can you just shoot squaring up and just getting open looks? Duncan Robinson can do a little bit of it all, bro. And that's why I'm saying this dude, bro, to be in the situation he was, to have the horrible start he had yesterday in the NBA Finals, have a horrible game 1, have a horrible start to game 2 where the coach bench you all the game and then put you back in the 4th. And to come and do that, bro, to have the confidence to come in there, pump fake, one dribble, pull up from Iran from damn near half court with Charles face.
Going to the basket.
Right. Come on, bro.
And he was getting it. And he was getting it. And he was getting it within the offense too.
Maybe a poor man's play offense.
I'm not going to.
Go ahead, Joe.
And he was getting it within the offense. The one thing that I did, and I mentioned this earlier, the one thing that I dig about Spo is how he makes sure that guys that are struggling, he goes back to them because he's trying to keep their confidence up. So you got a guy like Duncan Robinson who hasn't played that much. Max Strus, who went 0 for 10 the last game. There's a thin line between elite and average, and that's confidence. And if my confidence is here, then I'm only going to be right here. The reason why Jimmy Butler is as good as he is because when Jimmy Butler stepped on the floor, he is convinced it's not one of you dudes out here that can see me. Not one of y'all. So when you get a guy like Max Strus, who you get him involved early and he sees the basketball going, when you get a guy like Duncan Robinson who sees the ball go in and he's running action for him as a player, I'm telling you right now, Dub, and I don't want to make you sound like because you didn't play that doesn't matter. But as a player, when a coach is running stuff for me, when a coach is going to me, that makes my confidence go through the roof because that lets me know he's looking for me. So now I'm going to perform even better. This Miami Heat team, they on to something. I ain't saying I didn't think that they would get swept, but I do think that they on to something.
Confidence and the belief in a coach, a belief coach has in a player does affect their performance. 100%.
Yeah, it reminds me of a football reference, right? Just hold on. If you see like really, really good quarterbacks, like Tom Brady's, those guys, what do they do a lot of times? Not always, but a lot of times when they throw a pass and the wide receiver drops it. Who's 9 times out of 10 getting the next pass? It's that person who dropped it because they understand. Now, if you keep dropping them, different story. But they go right back to that person and you see them get a big play because that confidence, hey, I'm coming right back to you. So that's what Spo did, which you're absolutely right. I think this is what makes this team tick. It's those little adjustments, those little things, that confidence that they have in each other, the trust that they have in each other. Remember, I keep telling you, to go to the finals, to win a final, everything has to go right for you. This is one of those everythings, is that confidence in each other, that trust.
Doug, would you like to speak on the victory that your team got in game 2?
So what really happened is that Miami Heat, throughout the game, Jimmy Butler too, he just played very badly. It was terrible to see. The pick and roll actions with Bam Adebayo and Cody Zeller was despicable. It was terrible. They needed to get rid of that sooner rather than later. The Nuggets in the second quarter went on a crazy run because they're playing very good defense on Duncan Robinson. Braun had a couple steals off of him. They were running him off the 3-point line, and Duncan Robinson wasn't able to get anything going because of that. The fourth quarter was phenomenal because what Miami started doing, which is what I said they should have been doing from the beginning, is doing some dribble handoffs action with Bam Adebayo and Duncan Robinson to make his life more easier and to get Jokic out the paint to create more space and a lot more cutting lanes. Because of that, Gabe Vincent and Kyle Lowry was doing their thing, running the pick and roll, and Jimmy Butler working off ball in the fourth quarter. Duncan Robinson only had, I think, one drive to the basket. So this whole thing about him being great with the ball in his hands,
but he did a Tyler Hero face.
Not true. He did do a Tyler Hero face. It's just not true.
Not great. Not great. I didn't say great. What I did say was that I wasn't aware that he could put the ball on the floor like that.
There's no reason to gas it. There's no reason to gas it up like that. I do think for the whole entire playoffs, though, he has shown that improvement that I didn't even think. But we can't base that opinion off of what just happened in that one play.
I watched him do it for okay.
But no, I'm just telling you. I do think Miami's defense, though, did a phenomenal job of running. I think Chilltown said it before, fighting over the screens, especially from the dribble handoffs actions from Jokic, fighting over it. And I told Lowe this, and he just didn't want to listen. That Miami's very mobile. We're very fast, especially on the perimeter, and we'll be able to at least go under and over the screens extremely fast to contest those shots and not get open threes. The X factor for this game really is Michael Porter Jr. because Michael Porter Jr. had a lot of good and key looks that could have changed the momentum, but he was not able to cash in on those. So MPJ needs to find a way to step up in order for the Nuggets to win this series. And I even think we played great defense on Jokic too. I mean, outside of Cody Zeller and Gabe Vincent, those guys, Bam Adebayo was playing great defense on him. Jokic was just he was just doing phenomenal things with the ball in his hands and just shooting over him like nobody was there. So kudos to him. I do think what the Nuggets should do in order to try to make their offense run better is whenever they run that dribble handoff action on top of the key, what will happen is Bam will hedge. He'll hedge hard and will leave a small window open for Jokic to hit a three. So if the Nuggets start doing dribble handoffs actions closer to the mid-range area, what will happen is now the pass from Jamal Murray is going to be more dangerous because now Jokic is going to be more comfortable with taking that mid-range shot opposed to him taking that three-point shot. Because even though he's shooting great percentages from three, he doesn't really take a lot of three-point shots like that. That's not – so we're willing to be okay with that. But I do think if the Nuggets are trying to make their offense better, I think they should start doing those actions closer to the basket. But that's all I got to say.
Dub, you lied, and I want to check you on your lie.
What are you lying about, Ticket?
His ass sat up there and lied about Jimmy. First of all, Jimmy did not play bad. He played with his teammates, and this is another thing. You keep forgetting this, bro. Jimmy took the assignment of guarding Murray, bro. You're not going to have that much energy chasing around Murray all day long. Murray's elite offensively. He is the head of that snake. It's not Jokic. They win and go as Murray goes. So when Murray goes nuclear, that they're going to win. Murray caught fire at the end of the game. But ever since that little flurry he had in the first half, he didn't really do anything. He had 18 points last night. So he scored what? How many points did he score in that run in the fourth quarter? 8 points?
8.
Who?
Right.
Jimmy?
Murray. So
Murray.
Murray was in. Jimmy
Murray.
had Murray locked down all the way up until that moment, up until that little run where he hit those shots, bro. That's not easy trying to guard that dude like that. But Jimmy took that assignment. So Jimmy took himself out of the game offensively to do that, bro.
I seen Jimmy Butler running with the ball in his hands a lot of times, running some action, and then when he'll run the pick and roll, just sit here and just not even take a mid-range shot, which was open for him. Now Aaron Gordon was there, but even then, I expect Jimmy Butler to take those shots.
He did take them, and Aaron Gordon contested him.
He did not take them like he did not take them like that.
He should have. I agree with Dub on that.
He did.
But that was why I was mad at him. But Dub, I think he did that, and this is why it goes to make him so great, bro. This nigga believe in his teammates, bro.
Yes, and I do agree with that.
They're giving him the ball. He no, you go do it. Everybody criticize Jimmy and say, oh, these guys are carrying him. Bro, I ain't never seen a dude that's a star player believe in his teammates as much as this guy do to the level he do of these other guys not being star players, bro. I give him a lot of credit for that, man.
So, Jimmy Butler going in the third quarter being scoreless, and then the first quarter wasn't great from him either. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like what I seen from Jimmy Butler. I do think they need to keep him more.
He was playing elite defense, man. Give him credit, bro.
I do give him credit for defense, but not on offense. It was really bad, but y'all got it.
Is it now, Dub? Would you say his offense was bad, or was his scoring bad? Because he did have 9 assists last night. And in the non-assists he had, he was attracting a lot of attention. In the process of him attracting a lot of attention, he was getting guys like Gabe Vincent. He was getting guys like Strus open shots and getting these guys to the basket. Not just getting them to the basket, he was also getting them looks where they can get fouled and get to the free throw line. So stuff like that matters as opposed to you just shooting the basketball and scoring the basketball. So in terms of offense, are you saying that he was just scoring, or was it just scoring, or was it overall him as an offensive player?
The non-assist is pretty overrated. So,
what are you basing that on? That it was overrated?
There was a couple times where him causing that gravity on himself resulted to a assist, but like probably 2 or 3 times. But majority of his assists just came from like wide open guys and everything. So,
and why are they wide open? That's part of the offense. That's part.
It wasn't because of his gravity. It wasn't because of his gravity.
But finding an open man isn't a positive though.
No, that's fine, but we're talking about creating. Chilltown's point was creating for those guys. He wasn't creating like that. That's what I'm saying.
No, but here's the thing: we kill certain superstars for shooting when they're covered and someone is open, and then we're not going to give Jimmy his due, where it's like, hey, he had an open man and he hit the open man. Like, as simple as that sounds, it's important. Like, you got to do that. Like,
no, you can do that. I don't have to. I don't have to do what you do.
The reason why you don't have to. See, Dub, this is what I'm talking about. So would it make you feel better, Dub, if he went for 20 in the first quarter and then he went for 19 in the fourth quarter?
No, it's just when I'm assessing his offense. That's just not something I'm.
So you're not assessing his offense. You're assessing his scoring, because that's all.
I'm assessing his gravity. I'm assessing how much he's creating those opportunities, and sometimes like those assists that you're talking about, he wasn't creating like that. It's almost like James Harden and his assists this year. I told y'all it was overrated, but nobody wanted to listen to that. So just keeping the same energy with everybody.
No, it wasn't overrated. The reason why it wasn't
James Harden's assists.
I ain't talking about James Harden. I'm talking about Jimmy Butler. And the reason why it wasn't is because, number one, that was part of the offense, and it was schemed that way because of what he brings. So it's not like they just running this to get Max Strus open. It's not like they're running this to get Gabe Vincent open. It's not like they're running the part of these offense just to get these guys open. They're running it because they know who Jimmy Butler is with the ball and the passer that he is and the playmaker that he is. That's why they're running it. So when we talk about Jimmy Butler as an offensive player, it's not just about him getting buckets.
That's fine. I don't know what else you want me to say. I wasn't disputing that. You were talking about creating opportunities, and I don't think he did that at a high level.
I want to know what are we trying to turn basketball into?
I'm not turning basketball into.
What is it? What is this?
He said, Chilltown's exact words was creating opportunities. It wasn't like that.
Basketball is very simple. It's like that is creating opportunity. I got the ball. You're open. I'm giving you the opportunity by giving you the ball.
And I'm not just passing it to you because you open. No, I'm getting you the basketball. It's not just give me the ball. Okay, there he is. He's open. No, it's not that simple. And that's how you simplifying it. And it's not that simple. It's a little bit more than that.
John Stockton says.
Bro, the man's a hater, man. He's a hater, bro. He's a hater, man. That's all there is to it, bro.
All right, y'all. Moving along. Hey, Mars, haven't heard too much from you today, Mars. But I do want to hear your takeaways from Game 2. I want to ask, do you think Jimmy had a bad game? And I also want you to talk a little bit about Bam as well.
Please talk about Bam, Mars. Please.
Okay. Jimmy was okay. I think he had an okay game. I don't think he was special. I think he was all right. Bam, I believe, played well. Defensively, I think he played better than offensively. But I think the biggest takeaway for me is, I said the way Miami win this series is shooting like 50% from 3, and turns out they're perfectly capable of doing so. I think Denver have very clear adjustments to be made. They had a few breakdowns that to me were egregious. There's some blatant switches that they should have done that they didn't switch. I don't know. A lot of them seem to come from Christian Brown. I don't know if that's because he hasn't played a lot, so maybe he was a bit shaken up. He was trailing Duncan Robinson when there was a clear switch to Gabe Vincent, ended up giving up a wide open 3. Like those type of plays, they can be quite easily taken away, and that's a couple 3s that probably don't go Miami's way. So I think Michael Malone probably has a very easy job in terms of adjustments in that regard. I don't know what they're going to do with those empty side pick and rolls that Miami was running down the stretch, because Jokic, he's trying to pick off those pocket passes and it's not working. And then Bam has a clear lane to the rim. That's something they're going to need to adjust, because Miami's doing a great job of clearing out sides so that they can't get their pre-rotations in, because that's just a longer journey to cover. So Michael Malone probably has to try and force them middle in that regard instead of letting them clear aside. That's probably the single adjustment they can make there. Miami defensively did what I said they should have done, which is make Jamal Murray's life more difficult, crowd him, and make him more of a facilitator and have to find Jokic in those short roll positions where he has to pass over length and make it more difficult on him to get his shots off, which I think was a good adjustment from them in that regard. Other than that, I mean, I think when you look at Miami's defense, their zone was very good. And the reason why it was so good is because usually it was Caleb Martin, because he's at 6'7". But them being able to put a body to front Jokic in the middle made it so difficult for Denver to get the ball to Jokic where he could break the zone, and it would end up delaying their whole possession and, forcing out these bad shots. So I think Denver, probably what they want to do is probably set a high ball screen in the middle of the zone. Probably. That's probably the best counter they have to that. But overall, I think Miami made a bunch of threes like they had to do to win the game. Denver had probably the worst game I've ever seen. By the way, Contavious Caldwell-Pope was playing for Miami last night. I don't know.
No doubt about it. He 100%. He had the wrong jersey on. He with us.
Yeah, I don't know what he was. He fouled Max Strus on a three. That was criminal. He fouled someone else on a three, getting in their landing space. That was criminal. Defensively, he was all over the place. I don't know what KCP was
fouled out last night.
Yeah, he was terrible. I don't know what he was doing.
Mark, can I ask you a question?
Okay.
You said something about easy adjustment for the Denver Nuggets. You said some easy adjustments. How is the adjustment easy when? Well, let me say this. They can't adjust the things that they can't do offensively. Like, for example, I just told Fluent this. Those other guys outside of Murray, they can't create their own shot.
No, the adjustment defensively. Offensively, I think it's a harder adjustment, but defensively, I'm talking about when they run that little delay action in the corner, and it was Duncan Robinson and Gabe Vincent. That's a switch. Okay. Like, I don't know what Christian Brown was doing. He was moving clueless. One play, he followed Duncan Robinson instead of switching. Gabe Vincent got a three. The other play, he got caught behind the play. Duncan Robinson got all the way to the rim. Those type of plays where, like, it's pretty obvious you just switch that play.
But what do they do? Well, Mark, what do they do offensively then?
Like, offensively,
Miami continues to play the same way and let Jokic beat you, and the other guys, they really can't. What do they? What does Denver do? Is they're not going to really double off Jokic too much?
I mean, if you play Jokic 1-on-1, I think Denver are okay with the shots Jokic was getting. It comes down to the fact that turnovers was their problem, especially against the zone. I think the way to slow down, the way to kind of break Miami zone with the way they're fronting Jokic is if you use him in a ball screen action against the zone, and then they end up trapping Jamal Murray, you end up having Jokic in a free situation, 2-on-1, getting downhill. That's how I think they're going to attack the zone in the next game. But in the half court, I think Denver's offense was pretty fine with Jokic going 1-on-1. It's the zone that caused them the problems, and I think that's the adjustment they make against the zone. But overall, I think there's a few adjustments that both teams can make both ways. It's going to be interesting to see defensively how Miami probably react to the adjustments I think Denver are going to make offensively. But defensively for Denver, I mean, a few times where Max Strus slips a screen, like, switch. Like, those type of, like, it's pretty simple, the adjustments Denver need to make defensively in those regards, in the off-ball actions. The on-ball action is where I think Denver are going to have problems the whole series unless they can make it so that Miami can't clear aside for those pick and rolls. But the off-ball action with Max Strus, Duncan Robinson, etc., I think is.
But isn't that why you have to take Michael Porter Jr. out the game? Because he's a poor defender?
You think he's poor ticket?
I think Michael Porter Jr. on the ball isn't great. I think he's been good in Denver's scheme in terms of him coming over as a help side rim protector or tagging a roll man. He's been pretty okay at that. Sometimes he's a bit late, but for the most part, he's been okay. But on the ball, he's not really quick laterally, so he's often having to recover. And he has good length, so he can deter shots around the rim, and he can even recover and chase down some shots. Defensively, I don't think he's terrible. I think with Miami's motion, I do think he probably struggles more because he has to cover more ground. But I don't think you just get him off the floor, because at that point, Christian Brown, from what I saw defensively, other than the bench minutes where Jokic was on the bench and Denver just forced like 10 turnovers, other than that time, Denver's defense with Christian Brown on the floor was kind of questionable, because I think he just wasn't used to the switch.
He's just lost. No doubt.
Yeah.
Brown, he looked a little lost. 100% about that. But I think we leaving out the part that, I mean, this was a dogfight. It wasn't like Miami handled these dudes. I mean, it was a one possession game. No, they did not. They did not handle them dudes. No, they didn't.
I'm gonna tell you why. They were up 10.
Right.
They got down by like how much last night, Fluent? How much?
They were down by
they were down by as many as 15.
Hold on. And they went on like a 25-3 run. A 20.
They went on 11-3 run to start the third quarter, but keep going.
15. They were down 15. Don't rub your eyes, Tone. They were down 15. And then they went up like how much? Like 10, 11 points?
Yeah.
That's like a 25-point swing.
But even if that's true, Denver got right back in the game. And not only did Denver get, not only
it was a game of runs that ended in a 3-point
one possession game. One possession game.
With a shot that Jamal Murray very easily.
Who controlled the game?
Very good. Very easy.
In your eyes, who controlled the game, Fluent?
I think that Miami early, Denver in the middle, and then obviously Miami in the end. Like I said, it's a game of runs, like most games.
Do you think that
one possession 3-point game? I can't give anybody it was a close game. Do
you think that Miami had control of this game the entire game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
And what are you basing that on?
Yes, because
on 15. I got him right where I want him.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you why. Because they didn't let the other guys absolute wipe you off the earth like they.
That don't mean you in control of the game, Ticket. That does not mean that.
Listen. You let Jokic do what you knew he was going to do, and you contain Murray. That's why, bro. When you play the numbers, you play those percentages, bro. And this is another thing y'all not saying. Denver's supposed to be this all-world great offensive team. How much they score in game 1, Fluent? How much they score in game 2, Fluent? The whole pace is being played at Miami's tone. This whole series has been played at Miami's tone. They've been controlling that tone.
But they still won. But they still won. Even if it's more to Miami's pace, they still lost.
No,
which means they will lose again.
Hold on.
But both teams are playing well offensively, though. The game's just really slow.
That's all it is.
They're just slowing down the game. That's what it is.
Cut it out, bro. They settled into the series. We know how that is when you come out of grueling 7-game series.
They didn't settle into anything. They play like that anyway. Don't make it sound like they're settling into this, like they're getting their groove back. They ain't settling into anything. They play like that anyway. You just said that. You just said that this is the way that they play anyway. In fact, this is the pace that they want to play at. So there's no way that we're talking about a team.
I guarantee damn well T.O. ass they win game 3.
You think that Miami?
You guarantee who's winning game 3?
He had Miami. He had Miami in 5, so he has Miami winning.
He got Miami winning the series, and he's got Miami winning the series solely off the strength of Joker being a quote unquote fraud. That's what he's got. That's what he has them on.
No, I'm showing you that he can't play the way that they're gonna make him play and beat you. He can't beat you 4 out of 7 games scoring big numbers. He can't do that. If his assist numbers is high, you're dead meat. But if he's scoring 40 every night and everybody else is in check, they're not winning that series. The only person that can go.
Just so you know, Ticket, Denver knows that too. And not only does Denver know that, they see when Joker gets going. Just as a ball player alone, I'm not just gonna let this dude. Especially.
So you think Denver winning game 3?
I'm not gonna. I got Denver winning the series. Forget Denver.
Do you think they win in game 3?
I think they win the series. How about that?
Do you think they win game 3?
I'm going. Yes, I do think that they win games.
Man, y'all crazy as hell.
But again, Jamal Murray, MPJ, they see Joker going off. And not only do they see Joker going off, what they do is, we got to get involved in this. We can't just let this dude carry the entire scoring load.
Stop this, man. Stop this, bro. They don't have that experience, bro.
Keep saying experience, Ticket. Stop saying experience. Because there's plenty of teams that have won the NBA championship from being there the first time. Stop saying that. That's not true.
How many open threes you see?
Plenty of NBA champions that have been.
We talked about it already. MPJ's not shooting well. He's not shooting well.
Hold on. So right
now, that doesn't mean that he's not going to start. That doesn't mean that's going to go on the whole series. That doesn't mean that.
He's at home, right? Chill. He's at home, and he's choking these open shots at home. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. That's choking, bro. That's folding under the finals pressure, bro. It's different when you at this level. That's why I told you. Duncan Robinson and dudes got NBA Finals experience. So you see him be able to go on the road, come in the game in the fourth quarter, hit big shots like that.
This is the same Duncan Robinson that they gave up on. This is the same Duncan Robinson that wasn't doing
it. It could just be shooting variance. I'm not gonna lie. It could just be.
Hey, guess what? Miami gonna shoot just as well at home too. Now, and put that in your pipe and smoke that.
You mean the same way that they shot well at home against the Knicks? Are you telling us that? They were terrible against the Knicks.
I'm telling you,
they were terrible. They were not only terrible,
they shot against the Knicks.
They were terrible against the Knicks at home. So this isn't like everything that we do on the road is just going to translate offensively to home. Not all of it. Not all of it.
You're gonna see. They're gonna win game 3, and all y'all gonna come in here talking different.
Oh, I agree with you that they're going to win game 3.
Not you, Tone. I'm talking about your partner in crime, McGruff Grill Town.
I hate that name. I'm gonna come up with a name for you. Don't you worry about that. I'm gonna come up with a name for you. I will.
Lick it.
Hey, chat. Help chill out. Find a name for Ticket.
I'm gonna come up with a name for Ticket.
Lick it.
Why you keep saying that we're not telling the truth? Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing that needs to be understood. Okay, so when you're talking about a lie, that means that you are intentionally trying to deceive somebody. That's not what I'm trying to do. I might have my facts screwed up sometime and need to be straightened out. However, intentionally trying to deceive someone is a lie. So when you say that we're not telling the truth, that's not true.
I got a question for you, bro. Is Michael Porter Jr. crumbling under the NBA Finals pressure so far?
I don't think he's crumbling. I just don't think he's shooting. I don't think he's shooting that well. I don't think he's crumbling.
Man. Well, hold on, Ticket. By that logic, is Jimmy Butler crumbling under the finals because he's not shooting any better?
Hold on. No, and here's why.
Why?
What did he do in the fourth quarter last night when it was money time?
He had 8 points.
Thank you. Close the game. When he needed a big shot, he made it.
Saying he closed the game, but he didn't close the game.
He set the table. They got him to that point, and he closed the deal.
He didn't set the table.
He did set the table. Cut it out. He had 9 assists. He led the game. So, anyways, back to what I was saying.
Not in the fourth quarter.
Hold on. But he closed it with his offense in the fourth quarter. But let me say this:
the offense was going on a run without Jimmy.
Let me say this: no, it wasn't, bro.
Yes, they were.
At the end of the game, Spo put him back in because that's what stars supposed to do. They're supposed to close the deal.
They started that run before Jimmy got there,
and he closed the deal.
And Jimmy, yes. Don't say Jimmy started it.
Bro, just say you hate Jimmy.
Continued it.
Just say that.
No, you just got to get your facts right.
Just say it in your deep, dark heart that you hate Jimmy Butler, boy.
Just get your facts right. Jimmy didn't start that run.
Dub, do you hate Jimmy Butler, Dub?
Yes, he do.
Jimmy's my favorite player.
Dub, do you hate Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy's my favorite player.
Do you hate Jimmy Butler?
How can I hate my favorite player?
Hey,
I just wanted you to say it.
Hey, these boys said, hold on. These boys said it was no way. It was not Dub. They said it was no way that these dudes could beat Denver. They went in Denver, took Denver's strongest blow, went down 15, and still walked them down and went on a 25-point run and beat them dudes in their own house in game 2. Now you go to game 3, and Grilltown is over here capping. Michael Porter Jr., he's seeing stars. And after game 3, when he shoot bad again, then Chilltown.
If you want to have a conversation after 3 games, because half the series is almost over at that point, then we can have a conversation.
He's the guy. Hold on.
The first 2 games,
I don't trust. He's the guy I don't trust. Chill. Out of all them dudes on Denver, he's the one guy I don't trust in the moments, bro. He's a good player, but I don't trust him in these big moments, bro. And he's been folding. He's been getting wide open shots, missing them. And Lowe been telling all these dudes he trolling. No, that's not trolling. That's crumbling under the NBA Finals pressure, bro. You either gonna knock him down or you ain't. Which one you gonna do?
And you're only counting the fourth quarter, correct?
Well, who?
With Jimmy Butler.
Well, I asked you because you said MPJ's folding under the pressure, and I said, well, what about Jimmy Butler? And you're saying, well, the fourth quarter.
He's playing the fourth quarter
because he went 3 for 5, and you plus minus, but. In the third quarter, he went 0 for 5. Did he crumble under the pressure in the third quarter?
That sounds good, Fluent. That sounds good, but Fluent, you know, sir, you being fluent, you know, and I know there's 2 sides of the basketball, baby. And you know what I know. And you said this before. Don't make me rewind the tape on you because I watch your show all the time on Thursdays and on here. I listen to you every day. I study you like a book, boy. So like I said, you will come in here and say that you don't just simply predicate a person playing a good game based off of one end of the floor. So, and Jimmy was playing elite level defense on Murray last night, and nobody gave him credit for that. Nobody's in here saying, bro, he played great defense on Murray. Murray been out here dropping 30.
I just want you to be consistent. That's all.
He was. Tell me, I am. He was playing great D. The man was.
And I did bring it up. I did bring up Jamal Murray being an unwilling passer. It wasn't just the fact that Jimmy Butler was jumping him; they all jumped him.
No, but Jimmy got on him. Jimmy was
yes, he did.
Him.
Yes, 100%. Jimmy did get on him. However, they did, as a unit, make him an unwilling passer. Understand what the difference is, which throws him off rhythm.
Man, y'all some haters, bro. Come see me after game 3, sucker.
Yeah, I'll see you after game 3, sucker.
I promise you this. I promise you. You can come on here and apologize in front of all these people.
Mm-hmm. I'll be ready.
All right, fellas.
I will be ready.
Moving along, this is a good time to shout out the sponsor, Underdog Fantasy, and let you guys know that right there, pinned at the top of the chat, is a link where you can go and download the app, or you can go to the website. You can use our personal promo code that supports everybody up here. It's very simple. It's just a panel. By doing that, a couple things will apply to you. Good things and only good things. First off, you'll be able to, go into Underdog Fantasy and choose your favorite players, pick their stats higher or lower, and be able to win a good amount of money. You can win up to 20 times the money that you put in on any given night in any given contest that you choose. But what's furthermore, if you watch the beginning of the show, you see my man, the Crooked Cat, he came up here and he won $400. How did he win $400? He took that promo code, put it into the Underdog Fantasy app, and entered the contest that we will be doing again, Wednesday. He used the promo code, took a screenshot of it, sent it to the Player's Choice Instagram, and he was selected out of the people that decided to do that. So if you want to enter the contest for Wednesday, you have from now until the end of the show on Wednesday, which will be 2 Eastern time, to send me a picture of your profile to the Player's Choice Instagram. Now, moving along, I do want to say that on the 9th, that is this Friday, there will also be another special for those of you who have used that promo code on the Underdog app. It's a special. As you can see, all you have to do is choose Jamal Murray and decide whether he'll go higher or lower than 0.5 points. That means all Jamal Murray has to do is hit a free throw, and you automatically win that contest. That's low-hanging fruit. That's very low-hanging fruit. And on top of that, you'll have the opportunity to possibly win 400 as well. So go ahead and do that. Don't wait. Get to it right now. Just like I'm about to not wait and get to these super chats that you guys have donated to the show. So let's go ahead and do it. My man, Indoor Voices said, which player would have changed the course of history in a bigger way if they reached their max potential between Odin, Mike Beasley, and Darko Milicic?
I don't know what Darko Milicic's max potential was, so someone would have to tell me. I don't know what he was projected to be coming in, so I'm just gonna have to stay out of that.
He was essentially the next in line, like Dirk, like that kind of Euro. He was a big wing player who could shoot the long ball. So he was on that kind of trajectory.
For me, it's Greg Oden. Defensively, I thought he was gonna. Well, I wasn't around, but looking at what he was projected to be coming in, I thought defensively he was, I guess, Anthony Davis before Anthony Davis. That's what I thought he would do. I thought he would change the way teams build their teams around him. Defensively, he was that type of a monster. Michael Beasley, I think, offensively as a scorer, I think he probably, if he panned out, would have been one of the best scorers in the NBA. But Greg Oden, to me, would have changed teams with his defense and would have won quite a lot, in my opinion.
I think it's Darko mainly because if it's talking about like changing the course of history, I mean, if Darko reaches his full potential, how many rings are the Pistons going to win together, And how many times are the Spurs going to win rings because of that? So it's like, I'm going to go with Darko mainly because of that, because that's really going to affect history the most.
I saw Greg Oden and I thought I was seeing Patrick Ewing 2.0. That's what I thought I was seeing. And I didn't know about his injury history, and he was a guy who was going to keep the big man alive because Shaq was on his way out. Even though Shaq was still good at that time, he was on his way out. And guys like Greg Oden, who, when he gets there, Brandon Roy was already there. That Portland Trailblazer team looked like they were on to something special. Had Greg Oden been able to hold up, he could have been one of the best big men ever.
Did you have Oden over KD in the draft?
Yes, I did. Like I said, when coming at a lot of people, they see KD today and they see what he looks like today. But in 2007, number one, Greg Oden Ohio State was the #1 team in the country. He was the best big man in the country. Not only the best big man in the country, he looked like he was the best player in the country. And I can't say it enough, Mars. I thought that I was looking at Patrick Ewing 2.0. He was his left hook, his left hand jump hook. A lot of people thought he was left-handed because of how fluent it was. I was like, he's not left-handed. He's right-handed, but the way he could score around the block, not only the way he could score around the block, the way he cleaned glass, the way he rim protected, him being the athlete that he was, the way he got up and down the floor, the attention that he demanded as an offensive player, I thought he was going to. He definitely looked like a franchise player, a guy that I could build my unit around. He definitely looked like that. I didn't know. How
long was I gone for? We talking about Greg Oden?
Talking about a super chat.
Oh, okay. Greg Oden was 36 coming out of college. Why did anyone think he was going to be good?
I don't think it would have mattered too much about Greg Oden because Brandon Roy wasn't healthy anyway, so he would have ended up wasting his talent up here in Portland. I would say Mike Beasley because I caught up with Mike Beasley firsthand summer of 07. And, hey, that man wasn't nothing nice. If he would have panned out, I think he would have tore the league up.
I believe
Michael Beasley and Dwayne Wade would have been crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's what I'm saying. Was like if him in Miami, from what I saw, and then what I saw at K-State that year, Mike Beasley was a bad dude.
If I'm not mistaken, still to this day, one of my favorite college players. Top 3 for me.
I couldn't believe it, but Mike, like I said, that summer we were teenagers. Mike Beasley walking the gym with a grown woman. You know what I'm saying? So
Mike Beasley, if I'm not mistaken, Mike Beasley said it. I'm your favorite player's favorite player.
Yeah,
he said that's real. Mike Beasley was the coldest thing going at that time.
Hey, but Mars, you kind of alluded to something, and now I'm curious to know so let's say everybody up here would have panned out to be who they were supposed to be. What's the better, I guess, duo or team if you got Brandon Roy and Greg Oden, they stay healthy. You got Dwayne Wade, Mike Beasley, they're doing their thing. And then you obviously got Darko and the Pistons. Now, I know it's a little different because it's not really a duo with Darko and the Pistons. It's just Darko becoming who he is and the Pistons have a good team. But what's more scary?
I think it's Darko and the Pistons.
Aldridge as well. Portland's also had
Aldridge. I still think it's Darko and the Pistons, though, because that scoring that was sort of inconsistent for them now is getting made up with Darko, and the defense is going to be the defense itself, so that's going to be fine. So Darko is like that missing piece to the puzzle with consistent buckets from him for an extended period of time. I mean, they're probably going to win in when did they go to finals? 03?
04. They won 04.
They won in 04. They win in 05. They probably win in 07 as well. And I think
does he make Sheed?
Of course they don't win in 06. Of course they don't.
So they needed consistent scoring, Dub. If that's what they could have got from Darko, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Darko would have been.
So they should have drafted Melo.
Yes, they should have. I think Melo would have been phenomenal for them. 100%.
I know I did that to drive you crazy, but
let me tell you this man off of that.
That's the biggest mistake.
Larry Brown would have ruined Melo.
Would have wrecked Carmelo Anthony.
I don't think.
Well, Larry Brown was only there for 2 years of he was gone after 05, right? So with Flip Saunders, I mean, how would Melo look then?
I just want to put this out there because you guys are asking this question. I know I came in late, but and Mars I think said they also had Aldridge, Roy, and Greg Oden.
Mm-hmm.
Played 62 games together. Mm-hmm. Their record 50 and 12.
Yeah, they were good, Joe. They were good.
Like that, if we're saying who would have worked if those 3, I know it was duos, but if those 3 were healthy, damn.
Yeah.
By the way, I think Greg Oden would have been the best if they all reached their full potential, but I would have rathered Michael Beasley reach his full potential. He was just more entertaining to watch. So Michael Beasley's one I would have
buckets. He looked like he looked like the type of dude that like you might want to fight him how he score on you. Like you couldn't do nothing.
It's just disrespectful. It's so disrespectful when you play elite defense and they score anyway.
And it's different.
It's different when they had an open shot, they cooked you. But when you're right there and they still make it, like, what am I meant to do?
And then Mike Beasley, he got that nonchalant demeanor to him too. So he'll come down, he lefty, come down, hit that shot, and then he'll just kind of trot back on defense like,
you
oh,
can't do nothing with me.
It's another day in the office. I was nothing. I'm still not really even trying either. I'm just, coming out here doing what I do best.
Yeah.
But moving along, Dropping Dime said, Ticket, how you talking about people running away? After game one, you did doing a post-game live. We got the records on that too, buddy.
I actually did show up. I did a video after that game, and I had something. I had a girl out here looking like a young Jennifer Lopez. So who are we worried about, you or her?
I'll tell you who we ain't worried about, Ticket.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You feel me, dog? It's an easy decision. You know what I mean? I did drop a video after that game.
What I'm not doing.
Hey,
I'll tell you what I am doing. I'll tell you what I'm not doing.
Right.
Hey, Ticket. She got a sister, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, bro. I'm gonna tell you something, Bob. Bob, she's like a young Jenny Lowe. And yes, Bob, she ready to go.
Just determined that was a lie.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Fluent. Hey, Fluent. If you think I'm lying, I get you a flight. Come out here and skip around.
I actually believe you.
Ticket. I think you lying. Cop that flight. I got my diamond test.
Hey, Ron.
Ron thinks you lying.
All right, y'all. Reggie Red said, "Where is B Smooth?" L Show. Hey, he'll be back for his get back sometime this week. Man, I'm gonna give B Shoes another opportunity.
Nah, don't do that. He in Gilligan's Island somewhere. Let him stay.
Gerard Williams said, Lowe did all that glazing and laughing like Denver is the Thanos. Shout out, Ticket.
That's right. He made it seem like it was impossible for them dudes to lose, and Chilltown was rolling with them.
No, Chilltown wasn't. Chilltown did not. No, I didn't. You do have me on tape saying I don't think that Miami is getting swept. You got me on tape saying that.
Lowe was saying on here, oh, it ain't no way they can lose. This is over in 3.5.
Right.
You were sitting right up here.
And then you heard me say, quote, I don't think they're getting swept, but I don't think Miami is winning the series. End quote.
All right. You ain't think they was gonna beat Boston either, did you, sucker?
I didn't think that Miami was gonna be. No, I didn't think that they were gonna beat Boston.
You ain't think they was gonna beat Milwaukee either, like I did.
I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I did not. No, I did not.
We all had them beating the Knicks, though. So there's that.
Oh, and we know why.
I mean,
hey, I'm glad you said that. You owe Julius Randle an apology, Mars.
What?
Julius Randle was playing through a serious injury. He just had surgery yesterday.
Good for him.
But you ain't gonna apologize for
Mars, you saying that injury?
I know why you talking. Because you had a dude that had a fake injury and made up a fake retirement.
Oh, man.
This is a dude that had a real injury that really had surgery, not a dude that was faking like he needed surgery.
I thought Julius Randle was bad before the playoffs, before he got hurt.
Wait.
I thought Julius Randle was bad 2 years ago.
The Miami Heat out here getting all this attention, and now what happened? Here come Kyrie Irving fluent talking about some. Hey man, let's let LeBron come to Dallas and form a super team with Luka.
That would be horrible.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Hold on. We'll get to that. Wait. We'll get to that. We got super chats. No, we will get to that. No. Chat, we're gonna get to that.
Anyway,
but moving along,
Miami is 6.
J. Dean Anderson said Duncan Robinson Finals MVP.
Right now, if Miami won, Bam would be the Finals MVP.
Yes, he would be. It would be Bam.
And Caleb Martin should have been the Conference Finals MVP. But well,
damn,
both incorrect.
MP13 said, so now chill. Can we put Jimmy on fraud alert? It's been 7 games of subpar offense in a row. Besides 2 shots in the fourth quarter, he looked afraid to do anything once he got a step into the paint.
No, we can't put him on fraud alert. And the reason why we can't put him on fraud alert is because the reason why they're in the finals is because of him. So no, we can't put him on fraud alert. So knock it off with that. I think you guys use this word fraud, which is basically saying something that's not true. Jimmy Butler is one of the main reasons why, if not the main reason why, this team is going deep into the playoffs multiple years. Take the word fraud out. Because he didn't score a bunch of points does not make him a fraud. They won yesterday. They won the series against Boston. They won the series against the Knicks, even though he didn't shoot that well, but they still won that series. He had a lot to do with that, and they won the series against Milwaukee, playing against the best defensive wing in the game, arguably. So this fraud logic, that sounds like such a 12 or 14-year-old saying something like that. I hate hearing that. He's not a fraud.
Anyone would have beat the Knicks, but
don't you think? But don't
no,
you
anyone
think
wouldn't have beat the Knicks because Cleveland didn't beat the Knicks. Anyone wouldn't have.
Don't
so
you think
anyone would have beat?
Don't you think that people trying to push him top 5 or above Dwayne Wade or like put him on a crazy stratosphere because of what he's doing? Don't you think that calls for people being so upset and being calling him overrated and fraud?
I said
no. I don't think no. I don't.
But
you don't think calls for that?
A fraud's different than overrated.
Number one,
it's used in the same context.
Well, number one, to say that he's top 5, I thought that was a little overrated. But that does not make him a fraud, though. I still think he's a top 10 player. Now, some people they just hear that and they go, he's a fraud. They don't even put any context on why they think he's a fraud. And that's the problem that I have with a lot of people.
Why can't none of the other top 5 players do what top 5 players do what he's doing right now?
I did start.
Why they couldn't take a team just like they got right here and do exactly what they're doing? Why all of them dudes getting beat, getting swept out the playoffs and all this other stuff?
How many times has a player in the top 5 had a run, right? Had a run that went deep into the playoffs. I mean, it's plenty of players who've gone deep into the playoffs.
They had better
that's
teams.
Even if that's true. I've already went over this with you, Ticket, about this Miami Heat team that they've been together for as long as they've been together, and they have developed some chemistry. Just because they don't have star power does not mean that they don't have a good team. Does not mean that they don't have a.
Caleb Martin developed chemistry sitting on the bench.
Sitting on the bench, he was averaging. You keep saying sitting on the bench, Ticket. Caleb Martin, I believe this season he averaged over 22 minutes a game as a rotation player. No. This is last year. This is last year. This is right. And last year he averaged over 20 minutes a game as a rotation player. Get Gabe Vincent. He's also playing as a rotation player, but playing more minutes this year. That you develop confidence, you develop chemistry with the unit like this. So when you're doing that sort of stuff, you start to get results like this when you got a star player like Jimmy Butler, as opposed to none of these dudes are playing ever, and that's just not true with this group.
I honestly though, I do. My whole thing is, especially me, I was trying to push the top 5 agendas. The Jimmy Butler that I've been seeing for the last 7 games now is not the Jimmy Butler that I was growing accustomed to. It's not the Jimmy Butler that I've been wanting to see consistently.
What was that?
Now we're seeing more.
What was that? What was that based on, Butler? What was the buckets that you've seen in the previous to these last 7 games? What were you basing that on, dog?
Based off of what happened in the post, like what was happening against the Bucks series, what was happening in the first 2 games against Boston. So in my mind frame, I thought that this playoff Jimmy thing, he was going to continue that.
Right.
For these past 7 games, he's not continuing that.
Right.
That's where it calls for. All right, maybe Jimmy Butler's not the guy that we thought that he was. Maybe he's not this top 5 guy. Maybe he's not better than Dwayne Wade, like people thought he was.
Maybe his dad. They're saying his dad is seriously ill and may not be here too much longer. That was reported today. You guys didn't know that. He's been going through that behind the scenes the last couple of weeks.
He was going through it. He was also going through that against Milwaukee. He was also going through that.
I didn't hear that in Milwaukee. I heard that today. They said
you just heard it today. That don't mean he wasn't going through it.
No,
so this still was going on.
That's something that doesn't come out of nowhere. It's been lingering for a while.
Right. That's whatever health issues his father is dealing with. He was probably dealing with these health issues a year ago. He's probably dealing with these health issues 6 months ago, and Jimmy Butler knew about him. Now, don't get me wrong. He may be coming quote unquote back down to earth, but Jimmy Butler is still a 22 to 25 a game guy.
No, chill town. They're saying that right now, the last couple of weeks, his dad got real sick.
And it's probably affected him. And it probably has affected Jimmy Butler.
That's what they said. They reported that on ESPN this morning, that Jimmy didn't say nothing about that. His father's been very ill the last couple of weeks. You can Google it.
The reason why he didn't say anything about it, Ticket, because it ain't none of your damn business. It ain't none of my business what's going on with his father.
I'm with you, but I'm saying that can have a mental effect on some players too.
Right. It could. 100% it could.
I do want to say that my man Diesel, Diesel 547, it wasn't a super chat, but he said Dub started fraud.
Oh, I did.
And in case you guys don't know, Floom was there. Dub was the one who made this whole fraud thing an actual thing. He's called numerous
trends, bro.
Numerous people frauds, and we're not going to get into this right now. But what I will say,
I'm putting a stamp on it though. We know who started this.
This summer, Dub, this summer, we are going to figure out what the term fraud is, and we're going to come up with who frauds really are.
We're gonna get a fraud
Who's
list.
really a fraud and who's not.
We're gonna get a fraud list.
No,
I've told y'all numerous times.
Kareem is number one.
I said when people.
All right, look, out in the stream. We're not gonna do this right now.
I'm just saying,
open court is tomorrow.
When people are building narratives, when people are building cases to put a guy on a level which he doesn't belong, which is meant to just deceive people because of these narratives, that's fraudulent behavior.
That's not fraudulent behavior.
That's you're the leader of that.
I thought you was about to say
you're the leader of that. You're the leader of that. You're the leader of that.
So shut your ass up.
You saying that Jimmy's better than D-Wade is ridiculous.
Didn't do this.
Top 3 shooting guard all time. That's fraudulent behavior. That is fraudulent behavior. Come on, Ticket.
Hold on.
So is a fraud someone who says that they have an opinion about someone and then goes like on a live stream and says, but if you didn't watch them play, you can't have an opinion on them because that's just watching box scores?
Get him fluent.
Well, how many Kareem games did you watch to call him a fraud?
Sucker.
A lot.
Out of his 1,000 games, how many did you watch?
But you didn't watch his. You didn't.
No, I'm asking you a question. I'm not the one saying he's a fraud. You're the one saying he's a fraud and saying if you don't watch games, you can't have an opinion. You said that, not me.
I've watched enough to formulate an opinion.
How many?
I don't keep track of how
10,
many games.
100.
But when you go off of this logic,
did you watch 100 games?
Hold on. Time out, Fluent. Because when you say things, when you say things like Wilt Chamberlain's overrated, and when you say things like coming for him and his legacy, I guarantee you didn't watch enough of his games either. You didn't. It's impossible to watch.
We should all just be silent. That's
wait. No.
You can't have an opinion. I'm not the one who said you can't just look at box scores. Well, I'm trying to gauge how many did he play? 1,500 games? How many did you watch? 100?
I've watched,
which means less than 10%. That's all I'm asking.
Even if I watch 100 Fluent, if I watch 100 Kareem games, that's probably more than a lot of other people to formulate an opinion. Because it's not enough.
He's a fraud based on 7% of his games. I just want to be clear on what you're saying.
That's what everyone does, though, Fluent.
Not everyone.
Yes, because Wilt Chamberlain, it's impossible to watch even 10% of his games.
Right, so we have to go based on other things.
Which is fine.
And you said you can't do that. You're on record as saying you're not allowed to do that.
Allowed to do what? Go
I
off
can
of
pull it up. You're on record just last week.
Yes,
saying
I don't. And I've told you. And how many? And Chilltown. Wait. Time out. And I've told you numerous times. Chilltown. No. Fluent. I've told you numerous times. Chilltown is a senior of this. I said I do not think that we should be having opinions about these 60s and 70s guys. I don't think we should formulate opinions because there's not enough. Because there's not enough video evidence to support that. So when you
we shouldn't have
wait. Time out, Fluent. Time out.
What side are you on?
You keep interrupting me. Give it a second, real quick. You're old man. You learn.
Keep going, dog. Focus, dog. Keep going, dog.
I've been consistent with saying in these 60s and 50s and 70s basketball, there's not enough video evidence to have an opinion about this. So we shouldn't be talking about this. Now, when people give their opinion about Kareem and Wilt based off of that logic, then I'm going to formulate my own opinion and disagree with them. And off of your way of thinking of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, off of the box scores, off of the winning, off of all of this nonsense.
I guarantee I watch more Kareem than you did.
Which is fine. Which all of that nonsense, according to y'all way of thinking, he shouldn't be where y'all rank him because he's shown numerous times of failing, shown numerous times of being of losing in the first round and not being able to win without a great guard. So according to you guys' train of thought, that should be fraudulent for you guys. Me personally, I don't think we should talk about these guys in general because this is not enough video evidence to sit here and have an opinion. Let's say if you did watch more Kareem than me, I guarantee you didn't watch 10% of his games. You didn't even watch 7% of his games. I guarantee you, because there's not enough. There's not enough.
I'll go back and look, but I watch like every Lakers game. But anyways, that's
wait a minute though. Hold on, but
oh my God.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just want to be. Just notice how he changed the thing, right? So I don't think there's enough tape. I don't think there's enough tape to make an opinion. I don't think you should look at box scores, but I'm calling him a fraud and giving you an opinion. So you're contradicting yourself. Is all. No,
time out. And like this is why I say you're an old man. You're an old man that don't listen. You're just an old man that doesn't listen. No. I gotta clarify for you because you're not listening.
Yes or no?
Because you're not.
Yes
I said according to your train of thought.
No. That's not my train of thought.
No, I'm telling you what I said. So I'm repeating what I said. According to a lot of people's train of thought. Hold on. You can put me in the type Zoom. According to a lot of people's train of thought, according to a lot of people box score watching, according to a lot of people's values of winning and this and that and this and that, if you're going off of that train of thought, then he should be a fraud to a lot of you guys' opinion. But no, y'all don't keep the same energy, and y'all don't do that at all. So yes, that's why I'm gonna say he's a fraud, because according to y'all should call him a fraud. But no,
right.
you
So
shouldn't have him.
Y'all is very general. Y'all is very general. But according to you, there's not enough tape to have an opinion. So forget everybody else. According to you. So I would say if your opinion is there's not enough tape to formulate an opinion, if I were you, I would very much more respect the fact that you saying there's not enough film, so I'm not making an opinion.
And then leave it right there. And then leave it right there.
Leave it right there.
And then leave it right there, as opposed to
that's fine.
As opposed to me listening to somebody else and going, yo, I think he's a top 3 player all time. Well, no, he's not a top 3 player. He's a fraud. Well, wait a minute. You haven't seen, just as much as I haven't seen enough tape of him, you haven't neither. And not only have you not, I'm formulating my opinion on people just like you are. Not to mention, Dub, just so you know, basketball didn't start when you started watching it. So that doesn't mean that I got to watch basketball and I can only talk basketball from the time that I watched it. Basketball was going on before I was around, and I did study the game. And in studying the game, I paid attention to guys who did awesome things, and I was able to watch a lot of these guys. I was able to watch a lot of Jabbar. I did catch Jabbar on the other side of his career when he was basically Kevin Garnett going to the Boston Celtics, but I did catch him. I didn't catch him that much in the 70s because I was a baby. However, but to say that he's a fraud from what I saw, that's essentially saying, yo, he's not as good as all you guys think he is. Well, a lot of people aren't as good, but they're better than you think he is.
So again,
But no chill, because Lo said that we didn't have TV.
Hold on.
Lo said we didn't have TV.
I need to rebuttal that. I need to rebuttal
that. Dub, get off this last point, and then we got to move on.
I'm listening to you, Dub. Go ahead, Dub. I'm listening to you.
Again, Showtime. And you can even go back and check the tape. I said numerous times, I said, I'm fine with not having an opinion on these guys. I'm cool with it. But when you guys formulate opinions, and I know what you guys value, I know what you guys look for, and you're not being consistent with y'all train of thought with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that's where the issue lies. When you see a guy in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar who was losing for the good portion of the 70s, when you care about air reportability, when you care about the competition that you're going up against, when you care about the people you're surrounding yourself around and how Kareem won a lot of his titles when he was becoming a second and third option, and you don't put that into context, that is inconsistent logic. And that's something that you guys don't keep the same energy. If LeBron James were to lose in the first round to a team and play that badly, he would get killed for it. If he were to miss the playoffs in back-to-back years on 2 different teams, he would get killed for it. If he was a guy to be a second or third option winning rings, a lot of people wouldn't care. And my issue is you guys don't keep that same energy with Kareem and to everybody else. Kobe Bryant is actually a perfect example, because you the same people that would criticize and negate Kobe Bryant, what he did with Shaquille O'Neal, but Kareem winning with the Showtime Lakers, y'all don't care about that. Y'all, and then Kobe going through a rebuilding phase, you bring up him losing in the first round and missing the playoffs, but Kareem being on 2 different teams and losing in the first round to a lesser team, y'all don't care about that. But for Kobe Bryant, you will always bring that up. That's why I say the things I say, because y'all don't keep the same energy and y'all not consistent with that. And that's my issue, and that's why I say he's a fraud.
Woo, that boy smoking right now. Hey, Dub Mike sizzling. Go ahead, boy. Hey, we gotta move on. But Dub, that was all right though. That was all right. Even though I disagree. That was solid. That was solid. All right.
I love someone yelling at consistency when they're inconsistent. Yeah, go ahead.
That's you all day. I hope you know that's you all day.
Yo. Dub, Fluent.
No, I'm consistent.
I'm saying.
I hold LeBron. I hold Kareem. I hold Kobe. I hold them all.
Fluent. That's good stuff. I like that, Dub.
Fluent. Right quick, Fluent. Black Friday ain't too far away. We can set up the rematch.
After you sweep a team, you don't.
I beat you on Kingdom Court, so that was the last one to win. So
yeah,
go ahead, Ron.
True enough. Congratulations, you did win that.
Alan R said, "Damn, Nuggets in 5."
Crazy how people switch up from day to day, right? And like switching up shoes. When 1 minute the Heat aren't going to win a game in this series. Now they're beating the Denver Nuggets ain't winning another game in this series. It's amazing how we go from this to that.
He said the Nuggets.
Did he say the Nuggets or he said the Heat?
Yeah, he said Nuggets in 5.
Oh, I thought I
But
read
sorry,
that wrong.
sorry, just because Bob brought up low. Hold on, I know he's not here, but just because Bob brought up low, you have no idea. If you ever want to get more fluent, give me a call and I'll tell you about how many games we got to watch in the 80s and 90s in other regions, because there's a thing called a satellite dish, and we were able to watch other regional broadcasts of games. So shut up.
Not fluent, because I told him about Dish Network, but we didn't have that,
Yeah, I hate it. You can have an opinion, but don't say you know something as fact when you don't know.
I read that wrong. My fault. I read that wrong. So they think that
on the road this year in the playoffs.
What's the
Nuggets record? So they lost that one game to Minnesota. They lost 2 games to Phoenix, and they swept the Lakers. So they lost 3 games on the road.
Their record on the road is
they lost 3 games on the road.
All right, and won every other one at home, right?
They were 9-0 at home. They were 9-0 at home. I don't know what that road
before yesterday. Yep, before yesterday.
All right. Yeah, because Miami haven't been great at home either, especially in the last series. They haven't been great at home. So
I think there's 3-3 on the road. I think.
Who, Miami?
Denver. I think.
Okay.
No, I'm saying Miami hadn't been great at home because they lost those games. I think they lost 2 games to the Celtics at home.
Yep. Mm-hmm. They lost game 4 and game 6.
Yeah, so I do think they'll win game 3, and then I'm up in the air about game 4 right now. Even though I picked it in 5, because I thought they were going to win game 1, but I'm up in the air about game 4. But I'm sure they're going to win game 3.
Has anybody heard from Lowe? Like since last night's game when it ended, has he tweeted? Has he liked anybody's Instagram pictures?
He was on
Lowe around?
He was on Dub Stream.
He was last seen with Dub. AKA John B.
Lowe was out. You know what it is? And he's upset with you, Ticket, because when Jimmy Butler lost in game 1, you left during the third quarter and ended your stream, and that was very upsetting.
No, I
was upset too, Ticket.
We already know why he did it though.
Right, I did a post show.
Why did he do it?
Hey, Doug, I did a post show, but I came on here, and when I came on here, Lowe was glazing, right or wrong.
He was glazing, yes.
Right. And he said it was over with. So now
Lowe was going to pull up today.
Right. Now that they lost, he doesn't come on here now. Now he ducks me on every platform, right? But I'm going to find him. And when I find him,
he was last seen with Dub is a crazy statement to make. Like
for real,
unsolved mysteries like that. Don't do Dub. Don't do Dub.
Dub's gonna have to come in for
questions.
Hey
Dub, you got an alibi, right? Your alibi.
All these old people, what, Mars? Oh, why you put it in the comments? Well, you have something to say. Say it. What? All these old people, what, Mars?
Are old. You guys are just old.
Okay, and what do you think you're going to be one day? Young? You dummy?
Maybe. Either you're going to be old, either you're going to be older than.
Whoa!
Why are you getting mad at being old?
No, I'm mad at Mars because Mars put shit in the comments and he doesn't say it here. Say it here. Say it here. Why are you?
I say you guys are old all the time.
Okay, first and foremost,
it means you guys are old. That's what it means.
It means nothing.
I'm not old.
It means you guys are old. That's what it means.
I'm not old. Not that I have a problem with it because it beats the alternative. So number one, I'm not old. I'm just not as young as I used to be. There's a difference.
That's old.
I'm old and I'm happy to be old because I could be dead. I'm very happy to be old. I'm trying to understand. You put it in the comments. Why? What's your point? That's all I want to know.
My point is that you guys are old.
Okay. That's your point. We're old. All right.
You guys are old.
I hope you make it here one day.
Are you young enough to beat Doug 1-on-1 on the court still?
Oh, I think he will win 100%. Yeah. I didn't play basketball like that.
And I suck right now, too.
Oh, for real, Doug?
I don't play ball like that.
Dub, I thought you was like a little point guard type, man.
Dub a wrestler. Dub
look like a little.
Dub ain't a baller. He a wrestler. He a body slam you.
Oh, stop playing.
I'm serious. I'm serious.
Yeah, Dub will put you in a chokehold.
That Miami Heat. Why do you think I'm a Heat fan, bro? That culture of just grinding, working out, conditioning, bro. That's my cup of tea.
Dub one of them Val Venus type, man. Hello, lady. The big Valboski.
Hey, Dub, Ticket. If you haven't seen it, Dub has like a picture of him like lifting up a dude and doing whatever he does in the.
Oh yeah, here.
Dude was a wrestler, bro.
Hold on, Dub. You got the tighty whities on?
There he is, right there. That's it.
Right there.
Oh, snaps.
Yeah,
Dub, that's you.
Yeah.
I took his ass to the ground, man.
Pause.
He hit that dude with the rock bottom out that junk. God,
yeah, that was senior night. I had to show out for the family that night. So.
Okay, I feel it. All right, y'all. Let's keep it pushing. McDoob said, "Big Ox Bob, you still awake, bro?"
I'm up, man. I'm straight.
Bob's in a 24-hour stream, bro. Bob's done.
How the hell did you do 20? Good for you.
Bob, you're crazy.
I'm too old to do 24-hour stream.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I don't play.
Malky said, "Ticket, why was you moaning? Finish it, Jimmy, on the stream last night. Jimmy was gonna make you do something."
That took a turn.
That's crazy.
Hey man,
I was going through. If y'all haven't checking me out during the live streams, I lie to you not. I may have to go to see a therapist, see if I have what's that schizophrenia?
Paranoid
Because it's
schizophrenia?
insane.
Yo, that ain't nothing to play with,
insane, bro.
I
It's
be
insane how much
I
I'll be going crazy, bro. On the other side, bro.
Just check your mental health. It's important.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying on my stream. I'm like, I'm sleep deprived. I don't know if I can get up here and deal with you psychopaths today.
You seem to be holding up pretty well.
I'm not a psychopath. I'm a sociopath. There's a difference.
All right. Jared Williams said Lowe laughed and his words were Denver in 3.5.
Yeah,
he was emphatic. He was emphatic about that too. Like we shouldn't even be talking about the Miami Heat winning a game in this series. This series should be over today.
Nasty work. The legend of losing.
That Cricket Cat, if you've seen the episode in the beginning, you know who that Cricket Cat is. Appreciate you for coming up and doing your picks and whatnot. He said, Dub got me researching my doppelgangers now.
Why? It's because I look like a lot of people?
No. This is the dude that was on the beginning of the show.
Because he didn't think he looked like that guy until we showed him the picture.
So now he's going to look it up. Like, wait a minute.
Oh, that's the dude. Oh, that was
yeah.
And he's got extra money for Superchats now. Thanks.
Fire. Yes.
Maul Seago Crazy said, don't switch up now. Heat in 7, Nets in 8. MP13 said, can we clown people who say finals is boring? Who say this finals is boring?
Anybody that says the finals, any finals is boring, does not watch basketball. So it's the championship series. Now, in 2007, I mean, I think I watched.
That's exactly what I thought about.
After game 3, I was out, to be honest with you. But it wasn't boring, though. I mean, I still watched it. It was still basketball, and it was still good. But at the game 3, I was like, yo, these dudes ain't winning.
Hold on, but chill time. Why was it bad?
Why was it bad?
Oh.
Why was it?
Yeah. Hey, Fluent. Why was it bad? Hey, Fluent. And you weren't here, Fluent. Your boy said that LeBron James is a loser. So, yeah, well, why was it bad, though? Chill Town, what happened? Why was it bad?
It was bad because of the basketball that was being played.
No. By who?
By the Cleveland Cavaliers.
No. By your king. Because the Cavs was playing well. Them other guys was playing all right. Ask Doug. We can run the tape.
Mm-hmm.
It was your king that wasn't doing nothing. That's why you was mad. Your king was out there looking like boo boo.
Oh, I'm on 07?
07.
Yeah. Hey, Fluent, you remember when all those games were close games? When Chilltown couldn't watch his king get undressed like that on national TV.
Ticket, did you watch it? No, I'm not going to do it.
Right. This doodle, we know what's up with you.
Nope, I'm not doing it.
All right, y'all. Moving along. Great restraint, Chill. I admire that. Nick Hallen said Bam's defense versus Nikola Jokic last night, 7 of 15 from the field, 46.7%, 2 turnovers, 1 assist, 1 block.
But they told me he couldn't. They told me Bam had no chance in hell of guarding that dude when I told him that he could.
Which, by the way, Mars, I'm glad he brought that up because Mars, you still comfortable? You still comfortable with eating that 20 and 10 from Bam? You still okay with that? You still gonna live with that? Because I don't know, that 20 and that 19 and 9, that 20 and 10 looks really effective from Bam.
Real good, especially
it looks real good, man. It looks really effective.
All you got to do is play a little defense.
If Bam's making jump shots, you live with it. If he's getting downhill, that's when you stop living with it. But if Bam's taking elbow jump shots or 15-foot jump, like you live, I think Denver will still live with that, regardless of if he's making them for the series. That's what you concede. But when he was getting downhill in those pick and rolls, that's where they have to adjust. But the jump shots, they live.
Well,
is it me? Just please keep me honest here, because I feel like every time Bam's rolling to the basket and they give him a bounce pass, he fumbles it.
Man.
Like, what is up with that?
Yeah, his hands have been questionable.
It looks like, I don't know, he's nervous. He's got butter on his fingers. Like every time it's like he fumbles it. He ends up getting it and sometimes hits that little floater. But what's like, is that you've watched more Heat games this year than me, Dub? Has that been a thing all season, or is that just now?
This is where I have an issue with Bam, because I do think, like you said, nervous. It's a lot have to do with mental, because he's a great athlete and he does have good hands. The issue is when it's almost when we need him to take on that second role and to be that guy, he just doesn't want to take on that role because he feels as if he could play off of other guys, which is weird in my opinion. So I 100% believe it's not he can't catch the ball. It's a mental issue. It's a mental issue. Is that something that
you've seen? Is that something you've seen a lot?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't happen.
No? Okay.
It doesn't happen a lot. It happens
because I feel like I see it all the time. Right now, yeah.
You know what it is, Fluent? You know what it is, Fluent? Bam just has no grips. But lucky for Bam, I got a coupon. He can go get 2 for $1 at Walmart. They're selling them right now.
Grips.
Grips, like vice grips.
All right, y'all. Moving along. I'm gonna run through these next few super chats right quick, and then I'm gonna get to the topic that we all want to talk about and that the chat wants to hear as well.
My week in Blue Mountain. Yeah, is that what you guys want to talk about? No.
Is Bam's a top 5 center? Bobby and Ron, just real quick. I just want to know.
If he is, he's like 5.
Ron,
I don't know.
That's a bad statement.
Dub, don't do that, Dub. Don't do that because you don't. Dub, because you're not.
I didn't want to debate it.
I know you're just asking, and I'm just answering, Dub. But don't do that because you don't even be believing until he wins. You be flip flopping, and then when he starts playing good, it's Bob, does he do this? But when he does it, I've
been defending Bam. Anytime I talk about Bam, I defend him every single time.
And then they start winning, and tides change.
Bobby, what are you talking about? I defend him every time.
You change my mind like I change draws, bro. It's ridiculous.
Bobby, I defend him every time when
it's
you
ridiculous. You didn't even have your own team when I did.
That's fine. I defended him.
And then they clipped it.
Bob.
And then they clipped it.
Bob.
And then they clipped.
Bob.
All right. Never mind, Dub. I'm not gonna talk to you because you do that. Because then when you know you're wrong, you just Bob.
I'm telling you what I did.
No, you're a liar, Dub. You're a liar. You're a liar. And you're a fake Heat fan, and it's despicable.
Hey, Bob.
And I hate seeing that shit, Dub. It's corny though. It's really corny.
Do you change your draws every day?
I thought we were getting to the topic we all wanted to talk about.
Once a day, damn near twice a day.
Oh, okay.
But my thing is this though, Dub. It's just corny though. Because it's like
I said Miami in 6. The only time I didn't have them winning was against Boston.
Okay, but so like I was saying, there's even the clip when you didn't even believe it was even the clip. It was even the clip when you didn't even believe in your own team, and I was trying to convince you that y'all had it. And then you go on the stream, you don't even believe in your team until they start winning, and then it's like, oh yeah. But just a second ago, they're on fraud watch. That make your mind up.
What are you talking about, Bobby?
I'm talking about what I said. I'm talking about what I said. The same thing that everybody hears, Doug. And then when something goes right, I told y'all. You didn't tell us shit.
Bobby, I said in Miami Heat after game 1 that they were going to win. I said, how am I lying? Hold on. How am I lying?
Just like you do me. You lying. Stop
Bobby, stop being an asshole, Bob.
Pick a
Stop being an asshole, Bob.
Pick a side. Stop being an asshole.
You
can't always be right, Doug.
I'm not trying to be right. I'm telling you what I said.
I accept when I'm wrong, but make a pick. Have some integrity.
Bob.
Have some integrity.
Bob,
hey, you're lying to the people, bro.
Bob,
you be lying to the people. It's despicable.
I'm not lying. Who lied?
It's despicable.
I never lied.
It's sad as fuck, bro.
Bob,
it's sad.
Look at
you don't got no faith in your own team,
Bob,
bro. And then when they start doing good, you want to jump back shit.
Look at
me.
They
don't want you no more,
Look at me, Bobby.
Pick a new squad. They don't want you no more.
Look at me, Bob. I switched up after game 1 for Miami. Then against the Bucks, I said that we were the team that could upset the Bucks. I said that. This series, I will not have it.
Hey, Bob.
What are you talking about?
Hey, Bob, look at the poll Ron
What
just
are you
dropped.
talking about, Bob?
Look at the poll Ron just dropped, bro.
Bob, Bob, I had Miami in 6 and 7, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yo, we gotta move on. Yo, Ticket. Ticket, I'm not acknowledging nothing right now.
Hey, bro, what's up?
Hey, Bob.
I just want to know, do your draws have big ox shit in them?
People say you got crushed things.
Oh, shit.
Yo, moving on.
Mark, I would not have it.
Bob, I'm not switching up. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, you be talking up on
I
your
did no
squad,
comment.
bro. You know you
I did
not
no
switch up on
comment.
my squad, bro.
Big ox
Hey,
shit in
man.
it.
Hey, Bob, everybody got a bad day, bro.
Hey, I'm no. Every one of y'all done had a shitty day.
Shots fired.
Yo, moving along. Marquivian, I hope I said your name right. Black says, shout out to everyone. Marquivian, he says, shout out to everyone. Can we talk about how well Bam did?
We did. He did great.
SK 2001 said Bam still finals MVP if Heat win the series.
They giving it to Jimmy. Stop it.
Marquivian once again said, much respect to you, Mars. You are the young GOAT.
Yes, I am. I am young. Yes, I am. I am young. Thank you.
For now. For now.
Are you GOAT?
I'm not gonna crown myself like some people's king.
Tony Jean Claude said Murray is the head of the snake. I see Ticket listen to that Draymond podcast with Steve Kerr last night.
No.
Who said that?
Hold in. I asked you guys on the panel. I've been said that. Me and Lo have argued about that. They listen to me. I don't have to listen to them. I've been said that with Lo. Lo was the one sitting there telling me it's Jokic. I said, no, Murray's the head of the snake. Now Steve Kerr want to say the same thing I say, and all of a sudden everybody talking about, oh yeah, now you know what it is. I'm the man. I'm the myth. I'm the freaking legend, baby.
You always want to take the primary ball handler away from the offense, because if you do that, then you completely throw a monkey wrench in everything that they're doing.
We don't watch their show; they watch us. Just say it, Ticket. We don't watch their show; they watch us. Say it.
Right. Hey, Fluent. He's the only one that can hurt you scoring the ball is Murray. Murray can beat you in a game scoring the ball. Consistently, he can beat you scoring the basketball because his energy that he brings for when he scores the ball, he normally gets about 6-7 assists with that. That means that they're winning the game too. That's a part that's hidden in all of this. Jokic is getting triple doubles, but Jamal Murray's out here getting 30 and 7 assists along with almost 10 rebounds in some of these games. So you got to look at that too. You know what I'm saying? His points to me are more damaging. Remember, he scored 50 in the bubble and carried in the wins before. So we've seen that. It's just that when Jokic does it, they haven't won in the playoffs when he does it.
All right, fellas, we have reached the super chat that I've been trying to get to, and it's about that time. It's about time we talk about it. Philip Brock said, panel, love the channel. How do y'all feel about Kyrie wanting LeBron with him and Luka in Dallas? Can they pull it off? How would the team look?
Just a reason to say that's why he's going to play with LeBron in LA. He's going to LA. He's saying that because he knows Dallas can't do that. If you're not giving up Luka, who was the Lakers taking back for LeBron James? That's the end of the story. That's case in point. He showed you he want to play with LeBron again. So when the Dallas Mavs can't do nothing, that's his reason for leaving Dallas, that they couldn't do nothing to improve the team. He'll be with the Lakers next year, bro. Everybody know this.
Oh, man. Yeah.
If Kyrie's a Laker, I'm going to be disgusted.
Why?
You all get ready to be disgusted. He's going to be a Laker. More likely than LeBron. More than likely than LeBron going to Dallas. Could you imagine Dallas?
Right.
You know what I like about I think the new generation coming up? It seems as if everyone's tired of just like stacking the deck. I guess that's what Ticket likes to say. And I feel as if there's more guys that really just want to like get it out the mud. And LeBron and then Kyrie just doing this is like, it's like, bro, I don't want to be reminded of this time. I don't want to be reminded of this, bro. I want these guys to really just be on their own squad and try to make some things work. I'm tired of this behind the scenes nonsense of trying to get everybody all on one team. It's annoying. To
be honest with you, I think that those days of stacking teams, they come into an end. And the reason why they come into an end is strictly because of the new CBA. The tax bill is going up. The salary cap is going to be different. And because of that, teams are not going to be able to have the flexibility to bring in guys and have, quote unquote, bomb squads like they had in the past. Plus, you're going to see teams who have homegrown talent. You're going to see these guys stay home more than moving around because that's where they can make the most money, as opposed to guys just bouncing around from team to team and leaving money on the table. I don't think you're going to see that nearly as much moving forward as you've seen it in the past.
But
Yeah, I agree.
the money thing, I hear what you're saying with the money thing, but at the same time, most of those guys, those elite level guys, are making 10 times that money on endorsements and stuff. So I don't know.
No, they're not, Tone. Who? So Kyrie Irving. So let's say Kyrie Irving, for example.
I said most of those elite guys. I don't put Kyrie in that.
So let's say most of those elite guys like Luka and
Luka's gonna make more endorsements.
Jason Tatum. So he's gonna. So I'm gonna leave $50 or $60 million on the table, and I'm gonna make that money back. Where?
Yeah,
Jason Tatum is not making that money back. If he leaves, Jaylen Brown is not making that money. Jaylen Brown is not making that money back if he leaves Boston. No, he's not.
Tatum. My point is this: Tatum making $40 million a year and leaving 50, which is $10 million a year, when he's making 80 in endorsements. That, look, I'm not saying I'm taking the 10, but I'm saying I don't know that that's the deciding factor. To the lower level guys, I'm with you 100%. They're not. They're going to stay. But also with these kind of stacking the deck teams that you're talking about. How many of them, and you're gonna mention the ones that won, most of them don't win.
No, they don't.
Most of them don't win. Like even in Miami, they only won 2 of 4. Still great to win 2, but Brooklyn won none. Who else? Phoenix won none.
You said it, Tone.
Golden State's a little different.
You said it in the past, Tone. To your point, Tone, you said it in the past. More of these teams that are thrown together fail more than they succeed. And the majority of the teams, like for example, Denver, that's homegrown talent with Joker and Jamal Murray and MPJ. The Boston Celtics, that's homegrown talent with Marcus Smart
are the teams that have
Jaylen Brown, right? The Golden State Warriors, that's homegrown talent with Clay, Dre, and Steph and Looney. That's homegrown talent. These guys stay together, and as long as they stay together, they're more than likely going to win, as opposed to teams that you throw a unit together and you think that it's just going to work. I mean, the Lakers won it in 2020, but I mean, we've seen what happened since then.
Do you think the Lakers, if they kept the same team, do you think that they could do something better next year with the same team if they bought back the same guys?
They might have to do that though, Ticket.
No, I'm asking. I'm asking y'all. I'm asking both of y'all. Do y'all think they run it back? Because you hold on, you're preaching more time together and all this other stuff. So I'm saying if they run it back with the same guys, you bring back all the same guys, because they can do that.
Can I get rid of D'Lo?
Go ahead. No. I'm saying, yeah. But who you gonna get?
Well, that's the thing, Ticket. So
it's the same team. Here's the problem. They're not going to bring home. I think. Let me answer your question first. Running back with the same team, I think they will get more wins than what I think they're going to do, which is completely restack the roster again. And the reason they have to restack the roster is a guy like Austin Reeves, who was great, is about to go making $20-25 million a year. And I've said this before, the Lakers aren't in a position to pay $3 for every dollar over the salary cap. Right. So they're not going to be that. It was the same reason when it was only 1-for-1 that they didn't re-up with what's the Elmer Fudd dude?
Long, Alex Caruso.
Yeah, those guys. That's why they didn't do it the last time. So they're not going to pay their guys again.
What'd you just call him?
Elmer
Fudd looking dude with the headband. Look it up. So here's the thing. So that's the problem with the Lakers. They're not financially in a place where they're going to do this $3 to 1 trade-off. Right. They just, I don't think they will. Now, I hope they do. I don't think they will.
But now, what you're saying though, Chitchat, look at what he's saying though. You basically condoning it then to move, because you're saying that y'all can't keep y'all same guys.
Now, that was his logic. My logic is that if they run it back, could they win? I'm saying no, and the reason why I'm saying no is because I think that this team.
Hold on. Could they win if they didn't have to run into the Nuggets? Because they beat Golden State.
They did beat Golden State.
They beat Memphis, and we think Memphis is done. They ain't gonna be the same.
So if they would have saw Phoenix instead of Denver, could they have beaten them?
Or Sacramento, one of those teams?
I think that they could have beaten Phoenix. I did, and when winning the NBA championship, again, we can't discount that a lot of stuff has to go your way. But remember too, Ticket, who I said with this Laker team, they're going to go as far as Anthony Davis takes them. And Anthony Davis took them as far as he could. So we running it back next year. Anthony Davis isn't 22, 24 years old. We've seen the best of who Anthony Davis is. So if we're doing this again, this is probably what it's going to be. James is a year older. Not only is James a year older, you still got these young guys in D'Angelo Russell. Because I know how you feel, Tone, about D'Angelo Russell. He's only on the crew for 2 months. He doesn't have a training camp with this crew. Not only does he not have a training camp, he doesn't have a whole season with this crew. So we don't know what he looks like with this team. But barring all of that, Anthony Davis is the linchpin here. It's not James, because we already know that James' days of taking crews, throwing him on his back, and taking him to the NBA championship are over. So to answer your question, Ticket, no, because simply I don't think Anthony Davis can bring you to the championship and win it.
Hold on. So then you influence y'all cool with them going to get Kyrie then and replacing D'Lo with Kyrie.
I'm with them replacing D'Lo because I don't think he's the player that can look. They need a player who can get AD easy buckets.
But that's not an upgrade. Hold on.
LeBron James. They need a player who can play 70 games.
I'm asking y'all
not AD and LeBron anymore.
No. I'm asking y'all a question though. That in y'all mind, Kyrie Irving ain't an upgrade from what they got now. He doesn't like Kyrie.
I said that before.
Better player. Hold. I know what you're talking about. I'm asking. I know what you're talking about.
The legend. Hold a ticket. The legend of losing.
But hold on. Hold on. Ticket. Keep going. Keep going because we.
Hey, hold on. Let me get this off real quick though, and I'm gonna deal with you later. Hold on. So. Chilltown. No, all I'm saying to y'all is this. So you and Fluent don't think that adding Kyrie would the Lakers would advance they would take them further than what they went this past year? Or you think the Lakers will go further with the same team they got now than what they would with Kyrie?
Well, I'm on record as saying I would rather have Kyrie than D'Lo. I'm just worried as long as he plays.
Talking about he wouldn't rather have Kyrie.
I'm not.
He would rather have D'Lo. I would rather have Kyrie.
And the reason why, see, this is what you're doing, Ticket. This is what you're trying to do. You're trying to sell me better player. Better player does not mean better fit. Better player does not mean better for the unit. That's what you're trying to sell me. And not only that, we've seen what Kyrie Irving has done over the course of the last couple of years since he left James. We've already been over this. And because we've already been over this, the fact that we can have D'Angelo Russell in the fold for an entire season, I'd much rather see what that looks like as opposed to what I've already seen from Kyrie Irving. I've already seen what he looks like.
Kyrie Irving is a 50, 40, 90 guy in his prime. That also averages around 60.
I am all for a redemption story. Bring those two boys back together.
Yeah. Chilltown. That also averages around 6 assists per game. That's also clutch in the playoffs when it's come to certain moments.
When Ticket? When have we seen that? When
he played with LeBron.
7 years.
That was 7 years ago, Ticket.
And he's in his prime now.
And okay, so of the last 7 years, what have we seen from this dude?
Him going away from teams and stuff.
And how's that been working out? It hasn't. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get him back with James, and immediately this thing's gonna work like it did. Like we're gonna completely erase the fact that James has also been 7 years removed from him, and he's a lot older now.
But he's in his prime though now. His roles are kind of switched up because he's in his prime now, so you can lean on him more now. He
also will have one of the best defensive bigs in the game backing him up too.
First of all,
I don't understand what you're saying, Chilltown.
Number one, the roles are not reversed because if you remember I believe it was the 16-17 season, Kyrie Irving shot the ball more than James did. Not only did he shoot the ball,
he didn't feel like he was that guy though. He didn't feel like that they respected him as that guy. Now he knows that they need him to play that role. Like he knows that now.
But he hasn't exhibited it on any other crew over the last 7 years.
I don't care. All I'm saying to you is this: D'Lo didn't show up with nobody else either.
2 months. That's it. We didn't have nearly enough time with D'Angelo Russell. Nearly enough. I'm not trying to hear the fact that just because we have a better player, that doesn't mean this is going to work. So we've seen better players get on crews and it crumbles. We've seen that more than twice.
If D'Lo have a whole season with this team, you think that makes him play better in the playoffs now?
Maybe. Why not? Because essentially what you're telling me is that James gets on the crew. I'm sorry. You're telling me that Kyrie Irving gets on the crew and he has a whole season with them. And now they get past. You think they get past them with Kyrie Irving?
That's Kyrie Irving, fool. What the hell wrong with you?
What has Kyrie Irving shown you over the last 7 years that he can get past? That he can get you past?
What has D'Lo shown you?
Right. Thank you.
What has D'Lo shown me?
Yeah.
D'Lo has shown me in 2 months, that we could at least get to the Western Conference Championship, and I could possibly.
That's not because of D'Lo, though. That's not because of D'Lo.
Say that one more time.
I'm asking about Kyrie, so I'm asking about D'Lo. Tell me what D'Lo has shown you for his career.
Right. What has D'Lo shown?
So I believe he took that Brooklyn team to the playoffs when Kyrie Irving was not there. He did. He did
playoffs.
He was the best player on the team,
and then played terribly in the playoffs.
He did play terribly in the playoffs, 100%. And nobody is saying that D'Angelo Russell is a number one. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying when I look at D'Angelo Russell on this crew for an entire season, where he can get acclimated to playing with James, to playing with Anthony Davis, to playing with these guys, as opposed to Kyrie Irving, who we've seen in the past has been problematic, has had many injuries, and has underperformed in the playoffs more than once, more than twice. The fact that we're going to bring him on just because he's a better player does not make these guys over the top. Does not mean he's going to push them over the top.
Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this one question. And then I know, Ron, we got to move on. So let me ask you one question. What the Lakers need is someone who can take over games in certain spots when LeBron is feeling old and tired, when AD disappears like he does. Can D'Lo do that, or can Kyrie do that?
Kyrie Irving has shown in the past.
And that's what this team needs. And that's why it makes more sense than D'Lo, because that's what this team needs, because those guys aren't those guys anymore. LeBron because of age, AD just because literally just disappears. You don't even know when he's going to show up. Just boop. What's up, Lo? How you doing, man?
Of losing.
What up? Jeez, I don't know. Having a debate between Kyrie Irving and D'Angelo Russell is crazy.
It's nasty. That's right, Lo. But Lo, forget that. Let me get to
But it's about fit. It's not about who's a better player.
That's what we're misunderstanding.
Even if it's about fit, that's kind of
Lo, you're not finna duck this.
No, we're not. I'm gonna stop talking right now.
29 ways, Lo. 29 ways, Lo. Oh, well, hey, they ain't gonna beat no handoff action. Ain't nothing they can do about that. I told you they'd chase out the screens. Oh no, they're gonna get killed. Oh no, they didn't. No, they didn't, sir. No, sorry, not gonna happen. Legend of losing. Once again, you're wrong. And the big ticket is right, baby. Lo, always bet on ticket. You better believe that. And Lo, in game 3, you nodding your head to the beat right now. Laugh now. Try later, sucker.
Low down. Quick question for you, Low down. What did you not like? What did you not like about what you saw with Denver? Forget what Miami did. What you saw with Denver? What turned you off to them?
Just KCP and MPJ. MPJ was still missing the shots, and KCP made 3 egregiously bad fouls.
Yes, he did. He was very undisciplined defensively.
That's about it, though. I mean, that's about it. That's about
because we are talking about. Let's make sure we clear now, Lo. We are despite how quote unquote bad Denver played. We are talking about a 1-possession game. That's what we are talking about.
I don't speak about it like that. A win is a win. Like they won the game.
Of course. Jamal Murray getting locked up, Lo?
I don't have Jamal Murray in high regard like you do, so I don't expect Jamal Murray to go out there.
But we have NBA Hall of Fame coaches, future Hall of Famers saying I was right, saying that Jamal Murray is the head of the snake on this team.
Did you hear? Did you hear the whole quote, or you just went off of what somebody just said?
No. I listened to the whole podcast with him and Draymond.
So what did he say before that?
No, I'm saying no. He said that Jamal Murray is the head of the snake on the team, and that's the guy they game planned around is Jamal Murray. Because
what did he say before that?
He said
because Jokic is what?
He said Jokic gonna do what he do regardless. He said that's not the guy I'm worried about. He said the head of the snake is Jamal Murray, and that's what I'm saying to you, bro.
We also agreed that you can't really take much away from Jokic and to blitz Jamal Murray and make him make.
Let me ask you this question after game 2, Lo. Did Miami defense?
Yeah, I think Dub and Mars. I think Dub and Mars make that argument.
And Lo, you got doo-doo stains like Dookie running around.
That was
saying the same stuff you say, Lo.
I said it on the Tickets channel.
Get out of here.
I said it on this channel.
Oh, they're trolling. Michael Porter Jr. is trolling. No, he got his.
Oh yeah, Mike. Yeah, I still think Michael Porter Jr. and KCP were trolling last night. I think those fouls that KCP made. I don't know if you think that was him playing serious defense. I don't know.
No, that's nasty. Stop. Stop right there.
That's him. That's him making. That's him playing serious defense.
He just made bad. He made bad.
Lo, what do you?
mistakes,
What
but
do you?
literally,
Lo, when you say trolling,
That's
Lo,
not trolling.
no, that's
Trolling
not
is
what
not-
trolling means.
How are you gonna tell me what it is? How are you gonna tell me what it
Because
is?
Mars is a troll, and I yes, Mars, you are.
Trolling is doing something on purpose. He wasn't doing
and Mars
that on purpose.
epitomizes trolling.
They were playing bad basketball, which I think they'll play better basketball. I think those are very clean upable mistakes. But shout out to the shooters in Miami. Shout out to Coach Spo. Finally played Kevin Love. I don't know why. I wonder why he didn't play him in game 1. I thought that was like a very obvious thing to make. Shout out to Gabe Vincent knocking down his shots. And
Dame
the rest
Lillard?
it's Dame Vincent. So you got to go. Yeah, it's Dame Vincent.
Easy, dog. Easy.
Hey,
Yeah, that is a name. Dame Vincent. That is a name.
hey, getting flashes, man.
And then also making Jokic defend in space. They looked excellent when Jimmy Butler was off ball, and especially in the top of the fourth quarter when he wasn't even in the game. They were able to weather a 40-14 run throughout the game, and then they had moments where they did very, very good things defensively as well. I'm trying to think.
So
I thought Jokic was still. I thought Jokic was excellent. I thought Jamal Murray picked it up pretty late in the game, a very slow start. Why
do you think that start was slow, Lo? Why do you think that start with him was slow?
Answer that question, Lo.
I think they were overthinking it way too much, and I think they came in ill prepared to execute. I think they came in. I think they came in ill prepared for the Kevin Love I think they should have just started attacking him, which throughout the game they started to attack him way more consistently. And then also I think that there was some tough shots being made by Gabe and Bam early on.
Jimmy's defense had to do with it, Bob. Jimmy's defense had nothing to do with it, Bob.
But even more so than that, I'm curious to know, Lo, how could such a good coach like Mike Malone and such a good player like Nikola Jokic be ill prepared for such an obvious move?
Because they're human beings and they make mistakes. The same way that Eric Spoelstra was ill prepared and had guards defending. I never said they were perfect.
You did say that before the series started. You said it was no way, shape, in hell that Miami could beat this team. You said it was
I never said that. That's not me saying someone is perfect.
That's why I told you perfect. 29 ways to beat
I never said they're perfect. I never said they're perfect.
You're a liar, boy. You're a liar.
The words of a. Let me to go back to Bob. The same way.
Because Lo, to me, I'm like, if you know basketball, like we all do, the obvious move is to put a bigger body out there. I know it's hilarious to some people, but that's what you do.
He laughed at you, Bob. He laughed at you. When there's
such an obvious move. No, I'm just talking.
No, Bob. He laughed at you
when there's such an obvious move like that. How could you not be prepared for something that's so obvious? Because when you know basketball, you know that's the obvious thing to do.
Well, but the last time we had a conversation, we all assumed that Kevin Love was hurt. Then
you assumed that. I didn't, sucker. I said he wasn't.
Well, we looked it up, and it literally said that he was dealing with
a leg
injury.
I said he wasn't.
And a back injury.
And a back injury. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we just assumed because he didn't play the end of the Boston series, and then it was reported that he was hurt, that he was injured. Once it was found out that he was then I was like, okay, well, he's just playing. So, like you said, Bob, the same way that it should be obvious to play him, it was also, if he was healthy, it should have also been obvious to start him in game 1. So these are human beings; they make mistakes. So you can lose a game off of the coach making a mistake. The same way that Eric Spoelstra lost the game 1 because he should have just started him because that should have been an obvious decision to play him out there.
I can accept human error.
Yeah. Who wins game 3?
But is that the? Once again, I just think they got to make their open shots like they did in game 2.
Yeah,
that's another thing. I think MPJ. I don't think MPJ is going to continue to shoot as poorly as he is.
But the bright lights of the finals.
Well, Dame Vincent, he hitting his shot. He's hitting his shot. Also, I think I still have him in 5. So
who wins game? You a goddamn fool.
Also, Tyler Hero's expecting. He still experienced soreness and swellingness. I don't know if he's going to be available to play. Even Tyler Hero himself said that he said he don't want to mess up the rhythm of the team, so I don't think he's trying to rush his way back in.
Yeah, they're a team without.
I don't think he's trying to.
Hey, now, Doug, watch this, Doug. I'm gonna get real nasty. If this boy get walked down, I'm just Jokic is a fraud.
How is it walked down?
No. Because he was up in the finals. Lowe said it was impossible.
1-0.
1-0 is up in the finals now.
So you see how it's being used now.
That dude was stand on what he said. He said it was impossible to beat him. I told this clown it was 29 ways that they got their ass kicked last year. He said that don't mean nothing. Look at
how does that make Jokic a fraud and not Lowe?
He disrespected Chilltown and Chilltown fluent. You got to smack Chilltown around fluent. Chilltown sat up here and said, and I swear to God, he said this, bro. He said, yeah, Lowe. And you know what, Lowe? Before, when I was looking at Jokic, man, we was thinking the same thing about Hakeem, the way we think about Jokic right now. You a damn lie, boy. You ought to repent.
What?
That stuff. That's what you said at the beginning of the stream.
What were you thinking about Hakeem?
Rewind.
What other way would you think about Hakeem?
Because hold on, Lo. Because it's incredible how Ticket, what he does is he mentions.
You said that. I got you on tape right here.
Let me and tell everybody why I said that, and tell everybody when I said that. Ticket.
At the beginning of the video, you stopped Lo before he went. And you said Low, yeah, man. You know the way.
Why did? Just so you know, Ticket. Tell everybody why I said that, Ticket.
Because you're a capping ass dude.
Okay, that's not a reason. That's not a reason.
Ticket.
So again, no, we this is Grill Town right now, and the grill is on. Let's keep Ticket on the grill. Let's keep Ticket on the grill.
Send him to hell.
So I said that, and why did I say that, Ticket?
Because you, like I said, because you be capping.
No, I said that, Ticket, because at the beginning of this series, coming into the NBA Finals, and after Game 1, how Nikola Jokic played, this is how we were talking about Hakeem Olajuwon back then. That doesn't mean that he's as good as Hakeem Olajuwon. I'm not saying that, which is what you're trying to insinuate. Which is what you are trying to No, he did not say that.
However, offensive, yeah, but that doesn't mean he's a better player, dumbass. What the hell?
Hold on. I'm gonna say it to you again, so you understand English, French, oui, Espanol, tu sabes. We can talk in Arabic.
How about this English? How about this English? How about that?
Every language.
How about Ticket? How about English, Ticket? How about that?
Well, you gotta say what I said.
You and Low are liars. Y'all set up here and made it seem like this team was impossible to beat. And once
I never said impossible.
Yes, you did. You said it was going to lose 3.5 games.
If I said they're gonna lose it, I think it's a 5-game series. Then that means I'm saying that they're going to lose.
You said 3.5.
If you took me saying 3.5 series, then you think I'm trolling. You didn't see I'm trolling.
Yes, it was serious. It was serious.
Oh, it was serious. Okay, when I said 3.5 and you took it serious, then maybe
and not only that, Ticket. I did say so. If you're gonna talk about me, you're gonna quote me. Quote that I said, I do not see the Miami Heat getting swept in this series, but I do think Denver will win the series. Quote me saying that too.
And I also didn't put the bet on the sweep either. I said 5. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you.
So microphone on.
My whole point to you is, Low, is that when you lose Game 3 and your boy gets stripped down again, when Jokic lose this series, he ain't walk down because remember, Doug, he's up 1-0, Doug. He's up 1-0 in the NBA. All these dudes is front running. All these
not 3-1, not 3-2,
right?
1-0. Series just started. By the way,
no, I don't care. Hold on, I don't care.
Just started
because he said, hold on. He said the series was over with, and Bob came up here and Bob said you can use big men off the bench, and he laughed at Bob's face. I got him on tape, bro. He laughed at Bob.
I remember that
because y'all were talking about putting Cody Zeller on the floor.
Cody Zeller played last night.
And he looked egregiously bad. He should never play again.
But how does Jokic losing the series make Jokic a fraud? That's what
he looked egregiously bad. Cody Zeller.
Y'all
Well,
call
see, Lo, that's what I'm saying. I'm not expecting
Y'all
Cody
call
Zeller
AI
to look
fraud.
phenomenal. I'm
Y'all
expecting this to be a
disrespect
body.
No, I don't think anyone's ever
He
called
wasn't
AI
a
fraud.
body though. He
I don't think anyone's ever called
How was he not a body?
I
He's
don't think anyone's
literally
ever
a
called
body.
AI
Like,
fraud.
I know,
I
but
don't think anyone's
he
ever
was
called him a
he was a
fraud.
flat out negative. He was a flat out negative
he's
on the floor.
literally a body.
He was
See,
a
you go off
he was
that plus
literally a
and minus shit, man. That's that
negative on the
basketball
floor.
shit. That plus and minus shit is
Jokic was a
not real.
negative.
No, I'm talking about just on the floor. Like there's nothing positive that he did.
He made some nice layups.
Hold on quite quick. Bob
The tough layups.
The two tough layups.
The two
Yeah, I was like, damn, okay.
I'm not even talking about him scoring. I'm just talking about just being a body, bro. That's all I said.
But what does the body do if he's still able to make the shots over hit the body? What does that do?
He's just being big, just being a body, though. It makes
what
it
does it do?
It makes a difference, bro. It literally
you said three tough fouls for him. Okay, the
fouls,
three tough fouls. Okay, the three tough fouls. What is the difference that it's making though? That's what I'm asking. What is the difference? What's the difference?
What do you mean? What's the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Him just being there, being in the way, being a body. It makes even though you score, it makes you work. You know what I'm saying? That shit. It matters. It matters in the game.
I don't know if he was working that hard on.
I mean, it don't look like it, but you know.
Jokic wasn't working that hard. So.
He was
they won though. You know what I'm saying? They won.
And on offense,
not because of Cody Zeller. Not because of Cody Zeller.
Low never talks about the lack of a bench. Low never talks about the lack of a bench run. The Dallas, they don't have no.
Well, hold on. I will say, let me go back. Listen, I'm not suggesting Cody Zeller is a reason they won. I'm not going that far with Bob, but a guy like a Cody Zeller type of player who can come in, even if he gives you 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and makes the other person's life a little bit more difficult. What it also does, and I know you guys hate talking about this in that altitude, but it also might be giving somebody else a breath, a couple of minutes of rest, because 3 or 4 or 5, 10 game minutes could be like 15 minutes of them getting to sit on the bench and get a break, which gives them kind of what they need to finish off a game. So guys like Cody Zeller, who don't do much on the floor, still do have a purpose. They still do have a purpose. They're not the reason you win a game.
Anybody who plays has a purpose on the floor.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very low bar. That's a very low. Yeah, you're right. Anybody coming off the bench allows a starter to get a breather. You're right.
That's what
I guess.
You look on basketball reference.
I guess.
You look like that.
If your starters don't get that rest, and now they're
you're right. Every bench player gives the starters a rest, so they serve a purpose.
So they do have a purpose.
I guess you're right.
Nobody's saying it, but nobody's saying they don't have a purpose.
Basketball reference doesn't show those type of things for them, so it's
right.
not real.
It won't. That's right.
No,
that's
right.
NBA 2K does. NBA 2K.
I'm gonna say that's just common sense. We should.
Look at you. Up since Low came back in. I feel you.
I mean, it literally is common sense that it's common sense.
You know what though? Common sense ain't that common, Low.
Yeah, but the reserves being able to give the starters some time to breathe, give a rest. If that's the bar, if that's the bar we're holding these conversations to, then I guess y'all can have the conversation. That's a very low bar.
It's beneath you, though.
No, but it is.
That conversation is beneath me. That conversation that was held out is beneath me.
How'd you feel about the zone and Joker being in the middle of that zone and how he attacked?
Yes, the zone that wouldn't work, right, Lo?
I thought the zone was fine as well. Players got to hit their shots, but I thought it was
fine.
I don't know. Especially when he was attacking the zone and they had Gabe Vincent on him, and they wouldn't double when Bam was on him. He looked fine. Caleb Martin, he looked fine.
Right.
I don't think they lost because the zone killed them.
Right.
The zone. I think the zone was especially more impactful when he was off the floor. But when he was on the floor, no, I can't say that. I can't.
And on top of that, Lo, when I think about the zone, I think about what the coach from the Boston Celtics, Mazzulla, should have done. Like he should have had Tatum in the middle of the zone, like Mike Malone has Joker in the middle of the zone.
Yeah.
And what I keep hearing is, well, just let Joker score. Well, at some point, Jamal Murray, MPJ, they're not just going to continue to stand around and watch Joker score. Joker is going to eventually get those guys. What they were doing was they were letting Joker. They were keeping Joker in single coverage, and then keeping Joker in single coverage. That doesn't allow the zone to collapse. But at some point, naturally, as a ball player, I'm not just gonna let my guy get served. Eventually, I'm gonna help him because that 2-3 zone, essentially what it is, it's man to man. The matchup zone, it's man to man. All they doing is switching, right? So all they doing is switching. Denver can still run their man to man stuff, but putting Joker in the middle, eventually that zone is gonna collapse. And those looks that Jamal Murray was getting, more of those looks are gonna be there, just like with MPJ. He doesn't have to stand deep in the corner where basically Miami's bench was and shoot the basketball. He doesn't have to stand that far away. And I know he's a long ball shooter, but he can get better shots than that. And I think Joker will get him better shots than that, just like he'll get Jamal Murray better shots than what he was getting.
I don't know. I actually don't think they mind. I actually disagree. I think they're fine with just Jokic scoring. I don't think that they're like pressed with the idea, especially when MPJ doesn't have it going. I don't think they're pressed to get him going. He's too dynamic of an offensive weapon to like rely on other players to score, especially when we're that late in the game, maybe early on, but that late in the game, it's like we've already gone this route and y'all are struggling, and so we need to go somewhere else. The shooting of MPJ kind of, and he doesn't have to be even a great shooter. He just has to be better than 18% from three. Like that's all he has to be. He can shoot 30% from three and he'd be fine. I think I think there's a couple of adjustments you can make. I think the defensively they had some lapses with especially when dunking out on the floor. They could have switched way better with that. I think that they should have taken advantage more. I think I say this. I think the Nuggets doing a really good job when Jimmy is on ball. When Jimmy is on ball, the offense just doesn't look as fluid as it does when he's off. And also when Duncan was on the floor, I think they should have been way better at switching, especially Christian Brown. But he's a rookie, so I mean, you would expect him to make some mental mistakes. And then also, I think that them attacking Kevin Love much earlier in Game 3 you start to see that will happen more often as well.
I do think that's going to go on.
Yeah, I think there's easy adjustments to be made. I don't really. I still have Denver in 5. I still don't.
So is it going to be Denver in 6 after they lose Game 3?
I guess so. I mean, unless something just continues to happen that I'm not anticipating. Like if MPJ just continues to shoot poorly, then it can be Heat in 6 if he shoots 18%. Like I don't shooting 18% is like just absurd.
Heat in 6. Trolling? We agree.
Yeah, he would be trolling the entire series.
You mentioned Mazzulla not putting Tatum in the middle of that zone, and only because I only have 5 minutes left and I got to leave. Did you see what Boston did? I think Mazzulla's going to be on a very short leash.
Oh yeah, they hired Sam Cassell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If they start off like 0-5, you might see a switch in the head coach.
Only 5 games for him?
Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be quick trigger. Hell yeah.
Dang.
5 is kind of crazy, but if it's that quick of a trip, but that's pretty crazy.
All right, fellas, we got a few more super chats that we're gonna go ahead and dive into. Marquivian Black said, "Dub host, Mars, Ticket, Ox, and Chill. Keep standing on biz."
That's what we do.
Damn, L-Dub and fluent. Damn.
L-Dub.
Tony John Claude said Shams tweeted Kyrie trying to recruit LeBron to Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, Marta reversed said Ox be trying to drop knowledge, but why nobody be listening?
We listen. We know what Ox talking about. We listen to him. Ox ain't just up here talking and just ain't.
I want to know why there's 3,000 people in the stream and they ain't 3,000 likes.
Yeah, Ox. We listen to Ox when Ox talk.
Sometimes I do be chatting though. Like, nah, but for real though, like I run out of shit to say.
Bing bong.
Oh my gosh.
The infamous Drink More Water said, down the stretch in the fourth quarter, Miami was forcing Murray onto Butler and getting Jokic into dribble handoff and pick and roll action as much as possible. This will be a problem all series long if Jokic and Murray can't defend at a high level.
They never was able to defend at
I'm about to say they never was.
No, but they have played better defense this playoff stretch than they did.
Yes, they have. Yeah. But we've also seen them have stretches where not stretches. We've also seen them throughout the season where they didn't defend at a high level. So they're not going to turn into Pippen and Jordan. You know, they're not going to turn into somebody like that defensively. No, we already know who they are defensively.
Yeah, I agree that because they're going to continue to kill Jokic and dribble handoff action. Like, there's nothing that can change about that. Like, that's just going to continue to happen. So I'm not expecting that to change.
Right.
Liban Ali said Shams bomb on Kyrie.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, wow. Update on Kyrie. Wow, you've been doing a really good job today, Ron, with the super chats, man. You ain't got as much as you normally have.
Yeah. It's June. I'm doing better. You know, I'm heating up with the seasons and everything.
That's the first step, Ron. Acceptance. Accepting you have a problem.
And what's the next step?
Changing.
I don't know. That's as far as I ever get. I don't know.
All right. Moving along. What's up, for
I was gonna say I believe it's something about controlling the things you can and accepting you can't control the things that you can, or something like that. I haven't been in a while. Go ahead.
Be mad at the things that you can control.
It is not be mad. Accept the things you cannot change, bro.
No, I said be mad at the things you can control, not what you can't control.
Not fluent, but double Sanders just get pissed off at everything.
You said what?
You were saying just be mad. Like,
no,
you know what I'm saying?
That's not what I said. It's not what I said.
Sounds like what you said.
See, he's getting mad. He's getting mad.
Wow.
All right, y'all. On to the next. Roosevelt Robinson said ticket name should be Overreact TV.
There was a what you call it that said the Nuggets are like 0-3 when every time what's his name goes 40 0-4 when it goes
40 plus in the playoffs.
40 plus in the playoffs.
Yeah.
No, it's 0-3. It's 0-3.
No, it's 0-4.
It's 0-4 for the season, Tone. It's 0-3 in the playoffs.
I just checked it. He's only scored 40 plus.
Does it matter?
Not really.
0-3, 0-4, like whatever.
When he does go, he's definitely it's definitely not. Okay. When he the problem with that logic is like when you go back and look at the games in which he had 40 plus, a lot of times it's not like the team turned him into a scorer outside of the time in Phoenix. I think they did out the gate, rather than I think he just started to score because he realized that his teammates weren't knocking down their shots, so he had to just be more aggressive. So like last night, he just had to start turning it up in like the third quarter and score like 18 points in the third because he had no other choice because MPJ and Jamal Murray were struggling from the field.
But
so
I don't. I'll jump in. What I think that 4 games isn't enough. It's too small of a sample size. But if you're going to use it, I think it's more so when he becomes, whether they make him it or he does it himself, when he focuses more on scoring than facilitating, Denver's less. They're not as good. They're not as good.
Well, one of the games,
true,
when he had 50 against
small of a
Phoenix,
sample size. It's too small of a sample size.
Out of the small 3 game sample size that we're talking about, in those 3 games, like Mar said, one of them he had 11, but the other 2, I think he was actively trying to facilitate and pass. It's just that if they're missing their shots, because I think in the other game out of the 3, Jamal Murray was struggling. Yeah, and in this game, MPJ struggled.
Oh. Yeah, they have to make their shots. They have to. Yeah, they have to. They absolutely.
They got to basically. They got to make their shots to get the assist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it
Dub,
possible?
Wake up, Dub.
No, it's frozen. It's frozen.
Is it possible for something like that? Like, where? So you see the stat, whatever, 4-0 when he scores 40 plus. Is it possible that he would like
0-3
try? No, okay, my bad. 0-3, my bad. 0-4, whatever. Is it possible that he would like purposely pass up scoring because of that? Like, I don't know. Like
I don't think he. I don't think he. To be honest with you, and I don't think he listens to that neither. I think that I think Joker does what is necessary for them to win. And last night, nobody really had it going, So Joker took it upon himself to get going, and he got going, and that did benefit Denver. Because again, we're not talking about a team in Miami who handled them last night. I mean, they had a comfortable lead in numerous stretches of the game. This was a 1 possession. We also talking about Miami. I think Miami was up 8 late in the 4th, and they cut it to 3.
They were up 12. They were up 12. Back-to-back 3.
Right. So I mean, they got back in the game, and Joker did what he needed to do to get them back in the game. I think the logic that everybody is trying to make it out that in order to beat the Denver Nuggets, Joker has to score the entire game. Joker is going to score. but he's not gonna be the primary focal point of scoring the entire game. They got too good of players for him not to get those dudes involved. And it's gonna be difficult for you dudes to stop these dudes every game. Good luck with that.
Even then, like
So,
the games in which they lost. When
Halo,
you guys can
Legend
hear
of
me?
Losing.
You guys
Hey,
can hear
Legend
me?
of Losing.
All right. So Flo, I was talking real quick. So,
53 against Phoenix.
Flo.
Wait, go ahead, let me go. 53 against Phoenix.
Minnesota in the playoffs, 43 against San Antonio in the playoffs, and 41 against Miami in the
2019.
playoffs. That's the four. It said in the playoffs. Those are the four games.
Oh, I thought they were talking about this postseason run.
Nah, it's talking about for his whole career. In
That's
20
in the
DeMar DeRozan,
in 2019.
I'm going back to 2019.
No. So I went back. I went back to 2019 to go watch that game over again, and I was, as much as I watched, what really happened majority of the time is that the Nuggets were missing wide open shots. Wide open shots, taking tough contested shots as well, and Jokic was still passing and facilitating. They were just missing. And then when he lost against
we said the guys have to make their shots. Yeah.
You said this.
He lost in the 50-point game as well, not because he was more of a scorer. It's really because KD and Devin Booker went crazy, and then Landry Shamet had a phenomenal fourth quarter run. So, like that was just
and he choked at the end,
and he did choke at the end. But I mean, it is what it is.
Big choke job.
The 4-0 thing, and
pause. Jesus Christ.
Dub, how did DeMar DeRozan play in that San Antonio game?
In the San Antonio game?
Yeah, how did DeMar DeRozan play?
Literally, you know what I did? I looked at all because I don't remember that game. I just looked at all of the shot attempts that the Nuggets had and seen how that offense was operating.
I'm trying to defend.
How did DeMar play?
I don't know. I just know they won. I'm hoping he played well. I don't remember that game.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Hey, if he had one good playoff game, shout out to him.
I don't.
And anyone who can tell me what DeMar.
Yeah, no, this is trolling.
This is trolling part we're talking about, Mars. You 100%.
If someone in the chat can tell me how DeMar DeRozan played, I'll be curious.
Oh man,
but yeah, we said that. So long story short,
at 25 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, on 12 of 16 shooting. Yeah, he played in 36 minutes.
DeMar DeRozan, see,
I didn't watch the game defensively, but offensively, statistically, he played pretty good.
There we go.
Nasty.
Shout out to DeMar, man.
Nah, but the main thing about Jokic not being a scorer is just wrong because we're acting like we didn't see a whole Portland Trailblazers series where he wasn't dominantly being a scorer. And
but it has to be specifically 40 points though.
Screw the 40 points. We're talking about him being a primary.
I know for it to fit in the parameter.
The point is this. At least my point is, I don't know about everybody else. My point is if you can get Jokic to focus more of his game on scoring versus facilitating, you have a better chance of beating Denver because if those other guys get off, you can't beat them. That's the overarching point.
So what we're saying, if Jokic teammates play badly, Denver will lose.
Yes, that's what they're saying. That's exactly what they're saying.
If he doesn't put him in a position to get easy buckets, you have a better chance of beating them.
No, but they are in the easy position. They're just missing the easy shots. That's what we're saying.
And the reason why they
putting him in those positions,
right? Because that's his game. The reason why he turns his game the other way because they don't do their job.
Exactly.
Otherwise, we'd be just fine. It's not like we're just going to turn Joker. We're going to give the ball to Joker and we're going to shut everybody else down. No, that's not the way their scheme works. That's not the way.
If you can, that's not a bad philosophy either.
Good luck.
So again, it's if his teammates don't show up, then they lose. Basically,
that's what it is. Whenever somebody says that, that's exactly what they mean. Because Jokic is still trying to pass. He's still doing it.
All right, fellas, moving along into the super chat.
He had a couple good passes last night too. Man.
He did. He actually, you see that touch pass?
He actually had an all-time great pass according to my good man Mars.
Yes, according to our standards.
Which one was it? Was it the AG one?
Yes. The fake hook into the lob. That's an all-time great pass.
Yes.
That's I don't know what you want me to say. That's an all-time great pass.
Yes.
Like if you guys disagree, that's fine. That's
the fake what?
When he was in the post, Kevin Love came over to like double. He did like a fake hook, disguised it into a lob to Aaron Gordon with a strong side cut. That's an elite pass.
That was beautiful.
The touch pass is borderline all-time great as well. But that lob was an all-time great pass, and I'm gonna stand on that. So
you can. That's an easy one.
I thought it was a shot. I'm not gonna lie. I did think it was a shot.
No, because he clearly grabs it, catches it with one hand, and all kind of in one motion. Lobs it.
He just hooked it.
That was beautiful.
Like playing with.
Let's not talk about. Let's not get too heavy into the difficulty of these passes, because then we got to go to the
very difficult pass.
But no, but let's not though. We can't focus too much on this.
Pass for a layup.
We can focus on degree of difficulty because degree of difficulty.
Well, how many assists did he have at the end of the game though?
What, 4?
4?
Yeah, he only had 4.
Then it wasn't a good passing game. Come on, guys. Let's just be honest with ourselves.
That's nasty.
That's a fact.
No. What Low was trying to tell you that if you drop 2 great all-time passes, but you only had 4 assists, we're gonna leave out the fact of the 2 great all-time passes that you had.
Let's not spend too much
and how elite of a skilled passer you are.
And get an assist. That's lazy, man. That's lazy.
What's even more important than that, Chill, is they lost. So who gives?
If that's the case, then John Stockton, I guess, isn't even.
I'm sorry, Ron.
Because he kept losing. No, he kept losing. Right, Bob. Right, Bob. So John Stockton not a top 10 passer. All right. I like that. He kept losing. That's what you just said.
No, I didn't.
Perfect.
They lost.
Magic, still the greatest.
Yeah, Magic is by far. I mean, he won. John Stockton didn't win. So
it's that time, Ron.
All right, Fluent.
Tony Tone, be easy, brother.
Hey, Low.
Yeah.
Hit me up. I'm gonna teach you about satellite dishes and catching regional games. All right.
Why?
Oh, they could watch games in Atlanta if they live.
That's
in LA
a myth, Fluent. That didn't happen, Fluent.
That's what he's saying. You're cooked.
When did that exist? Satellite existed in the 80s?
In the 80s and 90s.
In the late 80s and 90s, yes.
No. I'll say it again. Did it exist throughout the 80s, or maybe just 1 or 2 years in the 80s?
My earliest was 85.
Oh,
no, they just created satellites in 2018.
I didn't say that, but I'm saying how. So in 82, you could watch Philly now.
We could watch. Yeah, that's how we watched everything. So we could get regional games. So CBS and TBS, the Superstation. There's about 7 channels that carried NBA games regionally. So you could watch them. Like I could watch a Lakers game. I could watch a Utah Jazz game. You could watch multiple regional broadcasts. I said for me the earliest was 84, 85. I don't know about. I'd have to go. I don't know about 82, but I know about 84, 85. Yeah, and on.
Oh, shout out to technology, man. Shout out to technology.
The point still stands.
Just so you know, because you said people didn't watch. You said people couldn't watch games. They could. That's all. Not as many as today.
Didn't, though. But they still didn't. Okay, well, their point still stands then. The point still stands. They didn't watch as many games as we did. That's just the point still stands.
They still watched, though. You said they couldn't watch any games outside of their region. You said people couldn't watch Utah. Yes, they could. Yes, they could.
They could, but were they doing it?
I did. I can't speak for other people. I don't know.
What realm of what realm do you think
said
he
had to
fall
go.
in?
Why are we still doing this?
No, I just want to know what realm do you think you were a part of, like the top 10% of people, or do you think that was a normality for people to watch, have satellite and being able to like find ways to watch?
I'm definitely
speculation. Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
He already answered. It's done already. He already answered.
Let me be a lawyer for it. I got you.
He already answered it. I'm
in the 1%.
He's in the 1%.
Proud of it.
Which I've already identified that Fluent is 1%. If he recorded Laker games and has like VHSs of them, he's in the 1%. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're in the 1%. Yeah, you're in the 1%. That wasn't a normal thing.
I didn't get to watch Stockton nearly as much as I would like to have.
And there's somebody else on the same panels and openly admitting that.
You should be blessed you didn't watch too much Stockton.
Okay, all right.
No, because when I actually got to watch him later on, I was like, damn, I wish I would have been able to see him more
earlier. Absolutely.
Yeah. I wish I would have been able to see him more.
Nothing to see.
So I gotta go bounce and talk to some other 1%ers. Peace.
Easy, Tom.
Next super chat from MP13. He said, I'm comparing Jimmy to himself. He's literally turning down looks. His game is revolved around guys 6 to 10 are KD, Tatum, Embiid, Jimmy, and Booker. If any of those other names played like this offensively, they'd get cooked.
Just snuck Devin Booker in there. I see. Nice. But okay.
He belongs.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why y'all hold Jimmy to the standard of being like he's not as
nah,
good.
He should. If I'm trying to put him in the top 5, I'm holding him.
You shouldn't be trying to do that.
You shouldn't be trying to put him in the top 5.
I wanted to.
Dub, he is not a top 5. He ain't that good. I ain't saying that. I'm not saying he's not awesome. I do think he's a top 10 player. I think,
and he let me down.
But a top 5 player, you asking a lot, yo. And I don't think he's that good.
I believed in it. And I
don't know why you believed in it.
Because I believe in Jimmy.
I'll sign that petition, Dub.
No, I don't want to be with you. You saying I hate Jimmy Butler, and I am caping for him. Nah, get out of here, Bob. Get out of here, Bob.
So I'm talking about these kids. They too sensitive nowadays.
No.
Facts, Dub. You're way too sensitive.
Y'all ain't getting enough ass whoopings.
I
got enough. I definitely got enough.
Somebody, because really and truly, I have Jimmy like right outside the top 10. But even in that realm, like those type of players can have off nights. That tends to be the reason what separates them from the players who are top like 5 to 7 in the league. So like I like Jimmy Butler and Jason Tatum and them being inconsistent in some regards, especially in the postseason. That tends to be the reason why they fall under that realm. So that's fine if they struggle at times. Yeah.
But who is just otherworldly consistent other than Jokic and I would say Giannis? Other than that,
Jokic, no Curry. I think Curry falls under that umbrella as well.
I think those are the only two players that get that exception.
He
every night they come in
kind
with
of up and down a little.
I mean, I think Luka's consistent.
I'm about to say,
okay, we can say Luka. We can for sure say
Luka's
Luka.
definitely consistent.
He's consistent. He's consistently a bum.
Oh,
I mean, that's still consistency is consistency.
Oh wow.
So is Jalen Green's consistent, but we'll
say it again.
James Harden consistently
no, Jesus.
James Harden is not consistent though.
It's not
some games he's good, some games he's not good. Some games he's James Harden, some games he's John Wall.
But to be fair, again, if we're naming 4 or 5 names, that tends to be the difference between those 4 or 5 names. And Dub is trying to put him in that 5 category, and it's not going to happen because he's just not that. He's not that good.
Man, here's the thing, though, Dub's still on the Jalen Green. Dub's still on the James Harden, John Wall thing. He's still on that. He ain't off that. He heard what you said.
Oh, I still think John Wall. I still think John Wall. I still think John Wall. This year proved it. This year proved it. 100%. I was right. Y'all was wrong. It's cool.
No, you was wrong months ago, and you're still wrong.
I was right. You're still wrong.
You
comparing it to an Achilles. James Harden having an Achilles problem is crazy, bro. But it is what it is, though.
If he's better, he's better.
W, I'm watching 2017 Washington Wizards games. It's okay though.
I love John Wall growing up. Because that's when I watched his.
You were watching the highlights. It's cool. You watching the high school mixtape. I get it. It's a great mixtape. It's a great mixtape. I don't blame you. I've watched it many times too. Great mixtape.
I was watching the Wizards, man.
No, he wasn't.
Maxwell Splash.
I know he was.
Suge Knight said, "Who had a better career, Steph or Bron?"
I'd rather have Steph's career.
But who had a better one? It's LeBron. It's not.
I mean, yeah, it's LeBron. Really I'd rather have Steph.
What does Suge Knight got to do with this?
He asked. I guess he asked the question.
Like the Suge Knight?
I guess.
Maxwell said, Suge Knight said, so Suge Knight said it.
But I ain't trying to lose 6 finals, so I'm good on that.
Put your motherfucker.
Jaden Lies said Big Ox not dealing with the tomfoolery today.
I would not have it.
You not messing with Thomas? Fleck Guapo said hashtag let me guess. Jimmy's on fraud alert. That's cap. But definitely hold one of my favorite players accountable.
I'm cool with that.
Why is Jimmy on fraud alert again?
Because for 7 games he's been mediocre offensively, I guess.
Lo, you have to ask the fraud police.
That's Jimmy Butler.
People put him. I said it before. People put him in categories of being like myself.
I was about to say, if it's you, Dub, what is going on?
A lot of hey. I gotta hold myself accountable, and I'm gonna hold him accountable too. Then people saying he's a top 5 player and saying that he's better than Dwayne Wade if they win. It's like it's still like come on.
So he's a fraud relative to the standards that people wrongfully put on him.
Yes.
So that's including you, by the way, because you want to put him in the top 5, including you.
Yes.
So
he's a fraud because you were wrong.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That makes no sense.
What's happening right now? What is going on? What is going on?
I'm trying to figure it out too.
I thought you read.
I see why. Okay.
I thought you ran faster than that. And I told everybody that you ran faster than that. But you suck, so you a fraud. Wait a minute. You're the one who told everybody that I did that. I ain't say that. You're the one who told everybody that.
I see why everybody thinks that Jimmy had a good playmaking game last game because he had 9 assists. Okay.
That's what, I literally was arguing with Chilltown about that.
Dub, you got cooked on that. We don't need to go back to
No, he didn't have that good of a playmaking game.
See, here goes low defending Dub. Oh my god,
he didn't have that good of a playmaking game.
Dub, we spoke about it an hour and a half ago.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even know.
Mars don't want to go back to it because
Mars, a shepherd must tend to his flock.
I get it. Hey, Mars, I might have to speak with you in an hour and a half. I think we found a new replacement for you on open court. Damn. It's okay. I got something better for you. Matter of fact, since somebody's replacing you on that, I got a better show for you. We'll just call it Mars Knows.
Knows is crazy.
I'll be doing a stream today to review all of Jimmy Butler's
assists. He really wasn't playmaking like that.
We'll see. I'm tired of the he says she says argument.
You guys are haters.
I'm gonna do it today.
He really wasn't playmaking like that.
All right, fellas. Stanley said.
Just gonna
rewind.
Angie Super.
Rewind. Yeah, let's get back to Angie.
Angie Carr said Sonics had the quote unquote Sonics Super channel where you could watch all the Sonics games. It was a subscription channel that started as far back as the 70s.
I would have loved to have seen that. To be able to watch Brown. I would have loved to have seen that. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, let's go watch Jack Sigma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark,
world champion Jack Sigma. Don't just say Jack Sigma. World champion Jack Sigma. Yeah, Gus Williams. Yep, world champion Gus Williams and Dennis Johnson. Yeah, I would have loved that. That would have been awesome.
Would have been all right.
Stanley said, "Folks think Ticket is just a crazy dude and he's a wild dude, but Low and Mars be making hella shots under their breath. I see why Ticket be yelling."
Yeah, I'm crazy disrespectful. That's why.
That sounds like the most sensitive thing I've ever heard in my life. Like
I ain't never denied being disrespectful. That's why I don't get why people act like I'm just some victim. I mean, I'm very disrespectful.
You start let's call it what it is, Mars. You start the shit.
Yeah. He don't start it. He'll send jabs, and like the jabs is like it'll feel like a right hook.
He's definitely
that's what he does.
He's definitely
because this is sneaky. This is yes.
Yeah, I'm just crazy disrespectful, and then everyone in the chat be acting like I'm just a victim who doesn't do anything to deserve what happens to me.
No, you see Mars. He'll punch somebody in the stomach and then run to the corner and getting stomped, and you're like, why y'all stomping him? You completely forgot what you just saw a minute ago, where he just started.
Exactly. But I mean, if you guys want to defend me, that's on you. I ain't
do not defend Mars. No, every ass
I'm a terrible person. You guys do
every ass whooping Mars get, he deserved it. Every last one of them.
But if you guys want to call me innocent, I mean, I'll take it.
No, he's not. Mars is I've said this already. Mars is a scumbag. Do not let that fool you. He is.
Oh wow,
100%.
He really is.
For the jerk
One more time, Dub.
No, he really is. I've seen him in action, bro. He's not.
He's pretty nasty. I think he's by far worse than me, bro.
I think he's worse than Ticket.
As long as we can recognize that, because when you sitting up here telling us that you something that you're not, like Mars, that's why I respect Mars, because Mars is the dude that's like, yo, don't leave your girl around me because I'm gonna try to get with her.
Yeah, I'm honest. I don't need to live in denial and deny
cool that.
why.
Don't leave your girl around. Mars, true player for real.
Yeah.
All right, so Stick to the Code podcast said Denver is 0-3 in the playoffs when Jokic drops 40 plus. What are your thoughts on that?
We already talked about it a little bit. We talked about it.
Mm-hmm. He needs to stop shooting the ball.
Nexers.
That's crazy.
Said, you can't allow Jokic to get over 10 assists. That's the reason the Heat won. The other guys can't create their own shot.
I saw Michael Porter Jr. try and create his own shot on Kevin Love. Disgraceful. But yeah, the dribble hand.
I know exactly which one you're talking about, Mars. Did you see that in the corner? How he quickly got off the pill? I was like, my man, get off the pill, y'all.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Get off. Get off the pill now.
Along the road, Smith said Kyrie reached out to Bron to come to Dallas. LOL.
Yeah. Dallas is not. The Lakers are not trading James to Dallas. They're not.
Especially
that was
for
like
what?
the gotten in the trade for him.
Christian Woods.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what are you going to give up? Like, that don't make no sense.
Now we talking.
Mick Doob said, "Ticket, quote unquote, you are a liar unless you agree with me." TV.
I'm about to. I got 5 more minutes. I'm gonna bounce.
I'm right behind you, so I really got 3.
Me too.
Super Cool 500 said, "Listen to Ticket. Yo, won a refund. Hashtag refund TV."
Talking about the bets that we was making. Yeah, we was talking about the bets that we was making.
Professor J said, "Does a big 3, Kyrie, Luka, Braun win a chip?"
Their defense was already one of the worst in the league, and now you're making it even worse. So no.
It depends on who else is around.
Nobody, because you ain't got no money to pay nobody. You don't have no money to pay nobody else.
If you got some defenders out there,
who you gave all your defenders to Brooklyn. You gave all your defenders to Brooklyn. Now you're gonna trade. You're gonna have to take some more people off your roster and bring James over. So who do you have? Nobody.
Oh, they're talking about being on the Lakers, not just
on Dallas.
On Dallas.
All the other owners gonna be looking at Mark Cuban like, he's broke.
That's wild.
Yo, Dorian Clayton with the super chat. He said, hashtag counterfeit ticket. LOL. Alan R said, don't let him cook you, Dub. Come on.
No, Dub got cooked. It is what it is.
Marsh,
with what? Up.
Kareem being a fraud. Dub. Dub, you got cooked.
I actually didn't get cooked there, actually.
Okay, I wish we could.
You know what? Mars is a terrible friend.
Everyone knows you got cooked. Everyone knows you got cooked.
You know that.
I mean, it isn't anything
I've said
wrong
that
with
as well.
cooked,
I'm a terrible
What's
friend.
What's wrong with getting cooked? Everybody gets cooked every now and then.
But I didn't even get cooked.
Not me. But
it's all league defenders
I wish
that
I
get
wouldn't have missed that part.
Drew Holiday got cooked by Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, but Dub isn't Drew Holiday. He's like Jordan Poole.
Oh.
So it should be expected.
Oh.
Yeah, everyone just goes like that. Easy work.
Mars, be easy, brother. We should
do a one-on-one debate Ron soon with me and Mars?
Dub, when I win, you're just gonna say the chat is hating. Like, what we doing?
Oh no,
Dub, we actually do have something coming up in August.
August, Jesus Christ!
I'm not doing a one-on-one in basketball.
We haven't won before that too.
Damn, Dub's scared of me, man.
Damn, Dub.
That's crazy.
No, you afraid to match up with him one-on-one?
Why would I want to match up? Why would I want to match up against Mars if I know I'm gonna win that? Like, why would I do that?
So you want a challenge, basically.
So you want to match up with me in a debate because you know you won't win. Okay.
No, because it'll be fun. It'll be more.
All right, Dub. Look.
I don't see how that's fun.
Dub, I'm gonna put you in a tight zone. You tell me when to stop with whoever you want in this one-on-one debate. All right.
Anybody.
Do you lose this?
I'm not losing to anybody.
Dub, you have a losing record against everyone.
I'm about to say you've lost already. You're definitely losing this.
I cooked you the last show. What are you talking about?
Hey, Chad, don't let him gas anything up. You would lose this. So
I literally cooked you a show ago. Literally,
let's move forward.
I cooked
you would lose this as well. You would lose this as well.
This would be bad for you.
Everybody up there.
I ain't gonna lie, you will lose this as well, dog. That sounds
as long as no one keeps interrupting me as I'm talking.
Bob doesn't care enough.
Bobby's already beaten you though. In King of the Court, he beat you. So
that was.
Oh, he beat you.
See what I mean, Robert? Every time you lose, you got robbed. Every time you lose.
On the real, I really lost that one because I didn't really believe what I was saying.
Bobby even said he lost that. So shut up, Mars.
Yeah, because he
won.
But he argued something he didn't even believe.
I didn't believe what I was saying.
You won something that you didn't even believe you were saying? Oh my God.
The gaslighting is ridiculous.
That's crazy, dog.
I don't know how the chat feels about me, bro.
See, that's why. So why would I debate you if when you lose, you're just gonna say the chat robbed you? Like, there's no point. There's no incentive for me to debate you.
If we have real judges, Mars, you would have won.
Dub, there's no incentive for me to debate you.
When we be doing this, I don't even want to debate no more. I'd rather just be a judge. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's no incentive to debate
y'all
Dub.
Y'all are biased as well. We can't allow y'all to judge either.
When you beat Dub, he's just gonna say the chat cheated, and
so the chat's not biased. So Mars, the chat's not biased.
I hate the chat voting.
Okay, so what are you even talking about?
I love the chat vote.
No, you still lost.
I think the chat is hilarious when they vote. The chat should continue to vote. Because if we did a debate about Jalen Brunson or De'Aaron Fox, if you choose If you choose against De'Aaron Fox, you've lost Will Ox already, so it's done already. So you can't even.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I'm not going.
So who's better?
Well, I know who's better, but the way y'all say we're supposed to talk about it. See, that's my problem. I come up here to just talk basketball and talk facts, but y'all come up here to cook. So when we do it that way, I got to just go off of who's cooking. I can't go off of facts. I can't go off of what's true.
I like
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
That's fine.
So Brunson is better than De'Aaron Fox.
If you say so and you say it in a way that I have to go with you, then yeah, that's how.
Do you believe that though?
No. But I mean, shit, I'll vote the way I'm supposed to because I know that we're up here to cook and not talk facts.
Rudy Gobert is better than DeMontis Sabonis, man.
If you cook, I will have to say yeah.
Keegan Murray is one of the worst rookies.
Hey, if you cook, Lo, I'm with you, man. Hey, if you cook, I'm eating.
Pause. What the heck?
That's not no pause. I'm hungry like a motherfucker, man.
ASAP Don said the backhanded praises / compliments are funny.
Who does that?
That was after Chill had.
I think that's literally everybody on.
Cooking.
That's like 90% of us up here.
I don't give any backhand compliments.
Yes, you do. You're king at it, bro. Jeez.
I don't give compliments, so they can't be backhanded compliments.
Literally, you just tried to give a backhand compliment to DeMar DeRozan not too long ago.
That's not backhanded. He played well.
You don't believe that he played
Martin,
well.
You're not lying, bro.
Allegedly, based on the box score, 25, 7, and 7 on 75%. I mean, that would signify in like a 20-point win. He played well. Shout out to DeMar DeRozan, a playoff performer.
Considering what he's done in the past and how you feel about him.
I don't feel any way about DeMar DeRozan. I just know he's trash in the playoffs.
Oh, you don't feel anyway.
It's the same logic, Mars. But damn, you clean up pretty good considering you ain't really that good looking, but you cleaned up pretty well today. Nice.
Yeah, like he did a good job that day. Give him credit for that day. It's like how Julius Randle.
That's what a backhand compliment is.
That's not backhanded. Julius Randle is trash, but he's undefeated when he plays well in the playoffs. Good for him.
I wonder if they're ever gonna get to their sentence and trade Jalen Green because I just don't see how it's gonna work out there in Houston.
Superchats.
I guess you're on a tight leash, Low.
Yeah, I just want to know, man.
No, you're not funny. No one finds you funny.
I'm just saying. Yo, chat. If you trading Jalen Green, how many draft picks you getting for him?
No one finds you funny.
I just want to know. I just want to see what you think.
You're 45 making childish jokes. Screw up.
I just wanted to see, bro. That's it.
You're not funny. You're not funny.
Shout out to Jabari Smith. He grew up in my neighborhood, man. Shout out to Jabari Smith, man.
Oh my god.
We knew he was gonna be the next Trevor Ariza always. I'm sorry. Go ahead and go, Ron.
Alan R said, being born in the 70s is insane, Chilltown.
It is insane. It's insane. It's crazy. That's
you know what I've seen?
God damn.
How cool that is?
You saw the dinosaurs. Like, Jesus Christ.
How cool that is.
That's crazy.
I'm so mad I missed the 80s.
Why?
Being around in the 70s. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, oh, wait. You're almost done, Ron? Ron, you got 10 more.
I'm trying to get there.
My bad. Go.
ASAP Don said dub angle.
All right, cool.
I don't know what that means.
So either saying that they're calling him Kurt Angle, or they're saying
y'all ain't see the dub Cena one?
Is that a dub angle? But I don't
know. The dub. Oh, okay.
Hey, the dub Cena one was goated. I like that one.
Marquivian Black.
Dubtista. That's fine.
I like Dubtista actually. He was one of my favorites.
Jimmy average
I didn't
21.
just come up with that.
Jimmy average.
Thought I did.
Jimmy.
No, wait. You let him read the.
Let him go. He has 9 left. He's almost done with all.
No, bro. Just got another one. Jimmy averaged 21, 7, 6.5 in the last 7. Dub is a fraud.
A top 5 player should be averaging more.
Especially now on those shooting splits, 40%
shooting splits
is
terrible.
crazy.
You're casual.
You guys are box score watchers. That's crazy.
Nah, but for real, Dub, like I didn't just come up with that because I thought that was like.
No, you came up with Dubtista.
Oh, okay,
I said I like that because Baptista.
Hey, Ron, it's about that time, brother. I gotta bounce.
All right.
See, because you guys want to talk about wrestlers.
Come on, chat. We're almost. Ron, he's about to do it. All right, Chilltown.
This is about to be a once in a lifetime accomplishment.
Oh my goodness.
Mad Max Sports Talk said, y'all seen what Horry said about the 07 finals?
The Cavs are running the Spurs sets and plays, and that's why they swept them. Yes, I seen that.
All right.
The Smoking Nick said, where's Low? Not standing on the BS he talk.
I'm right here. Okay.
Professor J said, Bron, Kyrie, and AD is greater than Bron, AD, and D-Lo. By a lot. Chill chatting.
He is chatting.
Hey, Lo, I would like to say, Lo, please don't stand in bullshit. You'll never get the smell out your shoes.
Oh, I never do that.
Never.
Gloctopus G said, what does KD's championships mean if Jimmy Butler wins this one?
It means
It means he won the two championships.
I don't know. You guys are weird.
Appreciate the super chat, Gloctopus.
Is that it? Are we done?
No. 6 more. We're almost done.
Sports PSP said Prime Jokic or Patrick Ewing.
Ewing.
Cash Out of Boo said Sam Cassell to Boston. How you feel about that?
Like Chill said.
How do I feel about a fight to Boston?
Like Chill said, they probably got him on a tight leash. Or Fluent might have said that. I think Fluent said that.
Y'all be letting this man get away with murder up here. Dorian Clayton said hashtag counterfeit ticket. I read it already.
Wait, what did Bob just say?
Nothing.
I'm rewinding this. Hold on. I'm rewinding what you just said.
No, chill, man.
Wait. What did this man just say, bro?
RH3LA said Bron to the Mavs. Lakers don't want to win. All right, y'all. Before Low rewinds that, we're just going to go ahead and get up out of here. We're going to be here at the same time tomorrow. It's a promo code at the top of the chat. Y'all click that. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use the promo code THEPANEL, and you will get entered to win 400 on Wednesday.
Going live literally right after this.
Yo, no way, Bob.
W plug.
Yo. All right, we out of here.